So here we go. Israil Madrimov, who now lives in California. That's his trainer, Joel Diaz. Final words to him, Magomed Kurbanov. WBA super welterweight title on the line. Kurbanov in the red, Madrimov in the white.
Kurbanov looked big, looks really, really broad. He's been pushed onto the back foot straight away by Madrimov. And this is where he wants to be, Madrimov. If he's got space behind him to be able to move out of the way, it's going to be a difficult night for Kurbanov. I feel he needs to be the aggressor.
This is the moment they've waited their whole lives for, and it's important to set the tempo early.
Right hand there from Kurbanov. Short right hand.
Madrimov fighting the second undefeated opponent of his career, beat Amani Colombo back in 2021. Thought we might see some fireworks in this bout. Let's see what happens.
I think it'll take a while to build because they're both really good thinkers and good movers. I think they want to make sure they've set themselves before they really commit. And they'll certainly have a good look at each other in this first round.
He needs to be a little bit careful of that lead hand position, Kurbanov. If he pours out a jab, Madrimov will look for the right hand over the top.
This is the first of two world title fights coming up next. Ray Vargas, Nick Ball for the World Featherweight Championship.
Shots.
Yeah, that's how you slow the feet down of Madrimov down the stretch to keep working that body.
Good pressure here. And Madrimov there, just it's clashing there.
Yeah, there's the contrasting styles that Darren was talking about earlier.
Yeah, you can see it. KGFL, like Barry said, don't think it'll be long though until we start to see either of them look for that right hand over the lead jab. I like the jab to the body as well from Madrimov. This sets everything up, and most importantly, it lets him know that he's in range to throw something else.
Like both of these fighters with extensive amateur experience.
And I think we're seeing that across this first round. As Barry said, it might take time to ignite, but I think if there's anything that stands out in this opening round so far, with half a minute to go, funnily enough, I was about to say it's the left hand of Madrimov, and he lands the big right hand, but the right hand was set up by good work earlier on with the left hand.
Yeah, you're right there, Mike. The jab's been fantastic from Madrimov.
And another right from the Dream.
The left hand of Kurbanov is just far too low. Someone of the hand speed and the know-how of Madrimov, you have to tighten up.
Good opening round for the...
He was brilliant. You've got to watch him back.
Great.
Well, in the corner of Madrimov, Joel Diaz has already seen something, Darren. He said, listen, stay low and he won't be able to hit you.
He changes his levels really well. Madrimov, Kurbanov. Like I say, he just needs to get that left hand a little higher. I feel he needs to be on the front foot. He'll have a better chance landing those kind of shots. He's looked for that right hand as well numerous times. That would be a bad point just to keep looking for that shot also.
But he doesn't box that way, does he?
No.
He likes that left hand, though. He likes to invite you, so he's a counter puncher by trade, so he wants you to throw. He wants to invite that tag and to throw.
Ooh, right down the pipe. Mike, you said it was going to be the left, but it's been all about the right hand so far for Madrimov.
And Kurbanov didn't blink.
Yeah.
Oh, got him again.
He did that.
Jab to the chest there, just jabbed a little bit low, then just jumped into that last left hook high.
Well, if he's not careful, he might blink and it'll be over.
Yeah, that was class. The jab, he looked to parry the jab, Kurbanov, with that right hand, and he was still in that position, and that allowed Madrimov to throw the left hook. So sharp in the hands.
Madrimov, plenty of power, began his career with 5 consecutive KO victories, has won since then, total of 6 out of 9 wins.
He's always making his opponents think all the time, Madrimov. All of this sort of jerky movement, feinting with the feet, so tiring, it really is.
Far off with that right hand there, Kurbanov. And he's just faster off the mark, isn't he? Madrimov.
Seems like Kurbanov's just still trying to get his motor going.
Yeah. But he's a reactive fighter by trades, and I think he's struggling with that because he's not been able to fire off the work off Madrimov, who again scores with a lovely right hand.
Yeah, it's just too quick. Too quick for him to counter. Lovely left hook.
There's that left, Mike Costello.
Good variation as well, the left jab and that hook. And he works it well, he makes the openings.
He feinted with it, yeah, he threw it as a jab and then just turned it into a left hook right at the very end.
Madrimov looking all of the 5-1 favorite that he was listed as.
Feet, I'm just constantly watching the feet. So impressive the way he just skips left, right. And here, like I say, he's not going to win this fight, Kurbanov, I don't feel, on the back foot. I know he's a counter puncher, but still.
Round 3.
Israil Madrimov says he's patterned his style after Gennady Golovkin, in fact, fought twice on his undercard.
You can see it though, because he does. Golovkin, though, he's not known for his footwork, but actually his footwork's really good because he does suffocate you with that front foot. It doesn't give you any breathing space. Always makes you panic, even when he's not throwing any shots.
I'm not a bad fighter to mirror yourself on.
And actually, facially, he's quite...
I was going to say the same thing. He's a mixture of Vitaly Klitschko and Triple G in the face.
Yeah, but he's boxing nicely. Like I say, he's a tough man when he gets in a rhythm to beat, and he's got into that rhythm very quickly in this contest.
You know what
stands?
I'm sorry to cut you off there. It looked like Kurbanov almost timed that counter right hand perfectly, and that's the shot he needs to land.
Yeah, he does.
He's got to work up his success, Kurbanov. Having the odd pot shot in now and again is not going to be enough, obviously. I agree with you, Dan. I know he's a counter puncher. I think he has to try and advance forward a little bit more.
I mean, he can still counter punch on the front foot. I've seen it plenty of times, but I just feel he's got too much space to move away from any attacks, Madrimov. Short left hook inside.
Yeah, 2 of them. Boy, Madrimov looks really good.
So relaxed as well, isn't he? So tense Kurbanov is compared to Madrimov here.
Ooh. That's fantastic variation. Changing the levels with the shot, straight right. That's exactly what he's doing. He's 2 moves ahead, 3 moves ahead of Kurbanov right now.
But to be honest, Kurbanov's waiting for things to happen to him. He's just waiting. He's not, he's pot shotting now and again.
Ooh, overhand right from Madrimov, and Kurbanov just takes it.
Yeah, that's the shot after the right hand, the left hook. Like to see him throw the 1-2 left hook. He leans back on attack, Kurbanov, under attack rather. We see the left hook before. The right hand position isn't great of Kurbanov. He's open to that left hook, especially when he leans back after the right hand.
This tapping and pouring with good shot as well. This tapping and pouring with the left hand on Kurbanov is just a wasted weapon.
Now he's got the shoulder roll going. We know he's going to be tough. He moved with his mother to Western Siberia when he was 12 years old. But tough isn't enough to beat Madrimov.
Even missing there, Kurbanov. Trying to let his hands go, but his feet not close enough to hit the target here.
I don't mind that. At least he's trying something. He's trying to find openings.
The amount of punches as Kurbanov is already.
And nothing's coming back as well, so I think he's not getting hit at the minute. I think this is fine. I think he's slowly wearing him down here.
You see, he's right by us here, Kurbanov. You can see how tense the shoulders are and the arms are of Kurbanov. He needs to relax a little bit more. Jab. 12 from Kurbanov, there's that left hook again.
And with a good right hand there, Kurbanov as well as Madrimov came forward. But again, it's single shots every time.
Last 4 fights for Kurbanov have completed the scheduled distance. Right now, that appears to be the case unless he gets stopped, because Madrimov has been dominant since the opening bell.
I'm not suggesting you take your eyes off the boxing, but the noise you heard in the background just a few moments ago was for the arrival of Jose Mourinho. He's now at ringside, close to Turkey Al-Sheikh.
What's Jose Mourinho ever done?
I won the Premier League for the Mighty Blues.
So that's your team, huh?
Yeah, look, he's having a little bit more success here, Kurbanov. And I think he's winning the round. Madrimov's still looking good. He's starting to let his hands go a little bit more.
And more on the jab, and I think that's important, because that's just stopping Madrimov from just coming forward.
Leaping left hook, that would have been something, a la Joe Frazier.
A tiny bit swelling just around the right eye of Kurbanov.
Good left for Kurbanov there. Maybe his best punch of the fight.
That was a really good shot, wasn't it?
Madrimov lands a lovely right hand straight after. Doing the right thing again, jabbing to the body, keeping Kurbanov thinking all the time. But look, he's starting to hold his feet a bit more, Kurbanov. That's what's allowed him to land a couple of shots in this round.
Right hand from Kurbanov. But Joel Diaz continues to bark, keep working, keep moving.
I think he's confused his fight a little bit here, because he's holding his feet a little bit more and he's getting caught after he throws the punches. In the previous rounds, he was getting in, doing his work, getting out again.
Sometimes maybe you can work too much. They don't see it that way. Best round so far for Kurbanov. Not sure he won it, but certainly a ray of sunshine. Right hand land backstage with his son, and he had stars in his eyes. He was happy to meet me. he loves fight sports.
Some people are just weird.
Just very briefly, going back to Taylor and Castro, I think the two press conferences absolutely did the trick in terms of selling it out in no time at all.
Who do you give the edge to in the rematch?
I'm giving the edge. I think Taylor's got the edge.
Ooh, right exchange. Yeah, is Madrimov doing too much, Barry? Should he be a little more patient?
Well, I think you can do more work, but he's just holding his feet after he left the punches go. Good shot.
Got Kurbanov off balance.
Yeah, in the last round, he's held his feet up so much, he was getting called back.
Yeah.
Good shot by Kurbanov.
He's getting his hand caught in the cookie jar.
Yeah, look, it was a closer round. I still give it to Madrimov, that last one, but he switched back on here. I do think Kurbanov's starting to grow into this contest, starting to hold his feet a bit more, but when they do exchange, 9 times out of 10 it's Madrimov who's landing the cleaner shots. He's landed a couple of good right hands already, and he moves. Oh, and again, beautiful shot. You see the movement after the
caught him in another left hook, and we may have a fighter here, Madrimov on the front foot.
His legs definitely stiffened when he took that shot.
Just when he was getting that confidence too, Barry.
Just with a little bit of a panic in him all of a sudden when he took that left hook.
Fantastic, the way he stepped to the right as well after the shot.
After the shot, you know what, I say that all the time, like, what you do after the punch is almost as important as the punch itself. It keeps you safe and you have a different view of the target. And he did that and he went again, didn't he?
I have to say, this is one of the best I've seen Madrimov. Bearing in mind who he's got in front of him, he's boxing very, very well.
Left to the body, and now back upstairs. And these are not good signs if you're a Kurbanov fan.
He is tough though, Kurbanov. You have to let him down.
Surprised one of those punches has not cut him yet, Darren. He's coming down on that right angle, right across his forehead.
Fantastic shot.
And look at this, Matchroom! They're going to stop it! The performance of a lifetime on his biggest stage, and he is showing out! Israil Madrimov has done it!
Therefore, your winner, by way of technical knockout, still undefeated, and now the WBA Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Israil the Dream Madrimov.
Una pelea limpia. Good luck. Buena suerte. Thank you.
Madrimov, danger in both hands. Can hit you, knock you out with either side. Again, already world class, world ranked. This is a title eliminator. Again, there's a lot of belts out there. It's been a tumultuous year at super welterweight. Jason Rosario upsetting Julian J. Rock Williams. Jermall Charlo avenged his loss to Tony Harrison. Jarrett Hurd is off a recent win. I know Madrimov's camp, Sergio, they believe Erislandy Lara is the best guy at 154. He's not the champ. But they say, we will accept any offers. How about that?
Now, we asked him, who do you think is the best at 154? And without hesitation, he said, with a translator, Erislandy Lara.
Yeah, Lara. And that means stay away from Lara. I mean, Lara's still a cute fighter, and he doesn't have a belt. But I was just surprised just to hear them saying, no. I said, you mean Jason Rosario? You mean Jermall Charlo? You take them on? They said, yeah, we'll accept any fight. The next year, we want those fights. He's 4-0. I know he's got 350 amateur wins, but it just seemed a little fast for me. Good hook there by Madrimov.
And we asked Joel Diaz, why the rush? He says, well, if you take your time with boxers with so much experience, they burn out, and that's absolutely true. So you want to move them fast. They've already faced every type of style with 300-400 amateur fights.
So they want to make the move very soon. Navarro in here to give him some tough rounds. Joel Diaz also saying that, hey, Navarro's tough. He's got a sneaky left hook, gives you a lot of feints. They like the experience. They'd like to get some rounds in. Want to see their man tested. They believe in him. They believe in his championship caliber, and they'd like to see him do some real work. And you will get to see him go orthodox, go left-handed. Look at the foot feints already. Look at the movement. There's a lot of class and style, Sergio. Dynamite right hand by Madrimov.
No, he's scary. He has danger in both hands, yes, but he has fast feet. He's nifty. He's swift. He doesn't stand in front of their opponent. And look at his body frame. I mean, look at his traps and his shoulders. He has a muscular frame. It's like a perfect boxer's body.
Yeah, you would expect to see a guy with that build stand right in front of you and trade, but he's able to turn lefty and throw a beautiful right-hand jab. He is shifting his weight, moving his feet, dancing. That is not the body type of a guy to do dancing. And look at that shift. He puts himself into gear and he feels the rhythm. His amateur record, approximately now, they don't know exactly, but 350 wins, about 15 losses, about.
Incredible. Madrimov is trying to set up an overhand left. He's trying to get his opponent to bite right now with straight left hands to the chest, to the torso, to the body, to get him to bite, to block that left hand to come around the guard of Navarro.
That was a good counter right by Navarro just before to get Madrimov's attention, but he is springing to the right, throwing that left hook. So he is showing the arsenal right now. He's got a full repertoire. Changes back to orthodox again, fires out and back and forth. This is what I expected to see from Julio Cesar Martinez.
No, this is a lot more artistic. He's switching back and forth, lefty to righty, but he's doing it dancing, having fun in there, Madrimov. Martinez does it more workmanlike.
On the drop of a dime, can just flip back to the other side. Just a fascinating first round. And as I mentioned, Julio Cesar Martinez is an innovative fighter. He is coming up later on. He's the WBC flyweight champion. He can hit you with either side. He will change from orthodox to left-handed in mid-combination, and that is kind of what we're seeing Madrimov do right now. He is showing off his skill.
Madrimov does it a little bit more stylish than Martinez, but both still effective. Expect Madrimov to land something over the top right now. He's already invested trying to get Navarro's hands to drop and elbows in, so expect him to come around the guard of Navarro.
So he's going to the body and just he's going to use that weight for the hands to come down?
No, he's setting him up. He's setting Navarro up. And he's, see that straight right hand right there? He's setting him up for an over the top.
That's what I said.
Yeah, no. He is.
That's what I said.
Absolutely. He's setting him up, Brian. No.
We're running back the tape. Good hook! And Navarro's hurt. Drop back. Madrimov goes to the body immediately. Navarro had to recover against the ropes.
Turning southpaw right here.
Just flicking off that right-handed jab and coming in with a hard hook. Madrimov can hurt you in so many ways. Takes a good long look at Navarro, who is already stunned. Nice combination by Madrimov. Navarro tries to fight back and gain himself some space.
Navarro felt that left hand to the body.
And a right hand to the head, shifting back to orthodox again, and he creates more openings for himself. Madrimov constantly moving his feet, moving his head, moving his hands, and hitting with power. That's the added benefit of all this.
No, he's mesmerizing his opponent with his footwork, but he's landing some vicious shots upstairs.
Navarro able to find him downstairs with the right hand. Madrimov winging wildly and missing.
That's the shot I was expecting him to land, because he's setting him up. He's mesmerizing Navarro with the shots downstairs just to catch something looping like that.
Shifting and flipping over to the other side, and yet showing a very nice right jab. What's his better jab, Sergio, right-handed or left-handed?
I think it has to be right, but with footwork like that, you can punch from any angle. He's athletic, he's scary, he's powerful, and it looks like he's having fun in there.
Clean, come on, stay back.
Now Navarro's hurt. They haven't stopped him yet, but he's going to get away after sportsmanship. He got hit in the eye. You can continue on there. Rafael Ramos. It was Madrimov really just showing sportsmanship. Did not chase down Navarro there. He could have hit him.
No, he could have hit him, and he stopped the punch halfway. Very classy move by Madrimov, but yeah, he could have did what Floyd Mayweather did with Victor Ortiz right there, referee.
And yet again, just the class of Madrimov going in saying, no, this guy's turned his back. Something is with his eye. I can wait. I'm going to get rounds. I'm going to knock this guy out, but I want to do it the right way. So kudos to Israil Madrimov. Didn't just jump in and seize the advantage, which he would have been well within his rights to do. The main event is later tonight. Mikey Garcia, Jesse Vargas. Should be a very good fight. Return of Mikey Garcia, one of the top fighters in the world pound for pound, coming off his first professional loss. See if he can bounce back tonight. Picked a tough guy to do it against in Jesse Vargas. He's been in there with Manny Pacquiao, Tim Bradley, some of the biggest names in the sport. Madrimov jumping in and winging, trying to make things happen. Good hook there by Navarro. Navarro's going to have to do something here, Sergio, just to keep Madrimov from pot-shotting him.
No, and he's doing it this round. I see Charlie Navarro actually trying to time the Madrimov's onslaught. He's coming in. See, like right there, he threw a check hook right there and missed, but he's trying to time Madrimov coming in. Because whenever you're dealing with a fighter that moves around with his feet so much, he has to get up off the canvas to land those shots and be so effective. So if you can catch him coming in with his feet off the canvas, it's really very effective.
Navarro does come into this fight off a win. His feet slip underneath him there for a moment, and he answers back nicely with a combination. He did beat a previously unbeaten Johan Gonzalez in an 11-round split decision.
And he beat another undefeated fighter right before that in Damian Rodriguez. So he's coming off 2 undefeated wins. Now he has a 3rd undefeated fighter in front of him. It's a little different with Israil Madrimov.
What about an 11-round split decision? Sergio, you didn't bite on that. 11-round split decision.
I never heard of that.
Neither did I. Evidently, in different places in the world, they do that. If you want to avoid a draw, it's a good thing to do, right? Fight 11, can't fight 13. Make it 11.
Championship round.
This one goes to 11. Round 3 here. Israil Madrimov in the white trunks with the Dream. Charlie Navarro in the black multicolored trunks.
Look, see, Navarro, every time that Madrimov punches, Navarro's looking for a shot too, so Madrimov can't just get off his 2-3 shots because, look, he's punching right in between the shots, Navarro is.
Good counter right hand as well, Sergio. Trying to battle back and get back in this fight. At least earn some respect from the younger man.
And there's a lot of time left. I mean, there's a 3rd round and a 10-round fight, so, you know, whenever you're dealing with a veteran like Navarro, you know you got a lot of time to work.
Another nice jab. Lead right jab. Southpaw stance by Madrimov. Final seconds of this fight. Coming up late to continue or to fight more conventionally.
No, I think he's setting him up. Madrimov is setting up Navarro for something big over the top, and he's doing that by jabbing and sticking him to the chest and to the body. I think he's just going to take a couple of more rounds to land those looping shots that he missed in that last 3rd round. But they will land, Brian. As long as you're investing to the body with shots like that and going downstairs, you will catch a man off guard sooner or later.
I just wonder, I like that he's innovative. I like that this is his boxing personality, and he is thinking it through, and he shows a lot of dimension. I wonder if you're better off conventionally, sometimes simplifying things, because right now that's what he's doing. Fighting straight up, orthodox, and throwing a ton of shots. Navarro able to move his head to stay on his feet.
Madrimov finally let loose with the combinations because he caught Navarro with the overhand right that he's been trying to time him with. But back to the body with the stabby shots now.
That is the other dimension of Madrimov. Is look, he's playing the role of the boxer at this point, but he comes in with the leaping left hook, but he wants to slug it. And when he gets him hurt, he will attack with both hands. Another good jab on the way in with the right hand. I've just noticed, I mean, even though he'll fight orthodox, I think most of the time, that right jab when he's from the southpaw stance seems to be doing the snapping of the head.
That's a power jab. He's jumping in with it, but he's so athletic that he's able to get away with it. He jumps in, both feet on the canvas when he lands that punch like that. And he's very, very agile, very impressive.
Likes to throw that hook then as he's shifting his feet to get added power on it. Throwing a shot as he walks in as well. He's hitting Navarro in all sorts of ways. Another spring to the side by Madrimov, extremely impressive. Cuffed him there, Navarro goes down. Rafael Ramos ruling that a slip. No knockdown, although I wonder about that. He did hit him, and then he went down. Hard hook. Navarro is withering under this incredible assault.
I was going to say that, Brian. I caught that too. I saw a punch, a right hook land before that knockdown.
Yeah. Oh, hard right hand. Let's see if Navarro can even finish this round. There's 40 seconds left. If we get a chance, we'll go to Steve Smoger and ask him about that. And we'll certainly get another look at it. But I'm not sure if Navarro's going to finish this round. I mean, the way Madrimov is putting it into fifth gear.
No, Madrimov is definitely looking for the stoppage around. Navarro is looking at the body language is a little bit more like he's relenting. And those body shots right there that are taken away from Navarro.
Navarro, a tough veteran, but he is 40 years old, and Madrimov is emptying the magazine on him right now.
And doing it from different angles, not standing in front of Navarro.
Final seconds of this round. As soon as it ends, we'll go back to that. Rafael Ramos, the referee. Outstanding call there. No knockdown, but Israil Madrimov in the white trunks. Just with a spectacular performance so far in the first 4 rounds. Showing all of his skill, moving his head, moving his feet, dancing, boxing, but then slugging when he gets in close. Blistering right hand. That hook was blocked by Navarro.
And not for nothing, but Joel Diaz in Madrimov's corner, they were expecting this from Charlie Navarro. They expected him to go a couple of rounds because Navarro's sneaky, he's tough, he's experienced. So they wanted these rounds. And they got to watch out for the left hook, they were saying as well. Because anytime Madrimov is throwing a combination, Navarro's looking to punch in between the shots.
There's a lead left hand that we saw a few seconds ago by Madrimov. Those are hard shots, as you would say, Sergio, like a power shot. Because sometimes you flick it out there, other times you hit it hard. Navarro, good body shot.
Yeah, it was.
Follows up with the right hand. And this is why Diaz and the Madrimov camp liked Navarro in this fight, knowing he's going to be a tough man. Sergio, let me ask you, your thoughts on, let's say, Jason Rosario, Jermell Charlo, who are the leading titleists, the champions at this weight class. What would you advise the Madrimov people to do in terms of chasing one of those titles? Like how soon or how long?
They want them right now.
I know, what about you? I'm wondering, is he ready for that? I don't know.
He is so complicated and talented as a fighter. I think he'll give anybody problems, from Charlo to the names you just mentioned. So he'll be a headache for anybody at the top of the super world.
But would he win? You don't want to be a headache. You want to win. Would he win?
That's a good point. I would have to edge out the champions because they've already been in that championship level and experience. And whenever you can't control 3 minutes of a fight, I mean, yeah, you can look good in spurts, but when you're dealing with champions like that, fighting behind a jab, it's definitely going to be harder.
Yeah, I was wondering what you thought, because my thought is not quite yet. Maybe it's not far. Maybe it's 10 months away. Maybe it's 12 months away. I'm just thinking now, you know, I'm having just seen Rosario over J-Rock, having seen Charlo against Tony Harrison, which was a dynamite fight. Even Jarrett Hurd, who's, you know, high level.
Not only that, Brian, but, you know, whenever you get to the championship level, you know that you're not going to get mesmerized and hypnotized by the footwork. You know a jab to the chest is going to stop that. Double and triple up the jabs to the chest and the body. That's how you slow down a fighter like Madrimov.
I mean, it's not going to be long, but again, Madrimov only 4 professional fights. This is number 5, and we are wowed by the skill. But I'm just wondering if he's ready for the champions right now. His people on his own trying to come out of his corner. A lot of liquid there in the corner. Emperor gets a drink. Round number 6. Israil Madrimov in the white trunks. Charlie Navarro in the red and multicolored. Joseph Parker from New Zealand, one of the top 10 heavyweights in the world, coming up next against Shondell Winters of Chicago. But Madrimov is, look, he's a top contender already. If you are one of those top super welterweights I mentioned, you are certainly not eagerly anticipating a brawl with this fellow. Let's put it that way. Even if you're Jason Rosario or Jamel Charlo saying, no, I beat this guy, you're thinking, I'm in for a rough night. That's for sure.
Madrimov is going back to the body and the chest, trying to look for that overhand left, trying to get Navarro to block those shots just to come around the top. He senses the end is near Madrimov. There it is.
Wild hooking left. You know, he throws a left hook from the southpaw stance. Normally you're supposed to throw the right hook from the southpaw stance, but he loves to throw that hook, and he gets his whole body behind it, Sergio. You can see it coming a mile away, but when he brings the wood the way he does, it's still hard to stop.
It's very hard to stop, especially when you're switching your feet so fast, coming from different angles. It's hard to stop angles, Brian.
Another right hook snaps the head back on Charlie Navarro.
I think the end is there for Navarro. He's been tough, but the body language is telling me a little something different.
I think you're right. Ramos is taking a closer look now. Madrimov is in. He's got full energy. Navarro trying to fight out of the corner. Body shot, absorbs that. Out of the head, jabbing to the head, staying active. Madrimov could be close to stopping this fight. Misses with the hook. Active with the jab. He is not letting him breathe for a second, Sergio.
He's not letting him think. He's letting him. He's baiting him with feints. Feints are keeping Navarro from punching right here.
Oh, good hard body shot, and down goes Navarro. Brutal body shot by Madrimov.
I don't think he's getting up just by the facial expression. Navarro, and he's up. Navarro's in pain.
He's in pain, but he's very game. He steps back up and right back into the line of fire. Madrimov again, Navarro down again, and it is being waved off. Rafael Ramos has seen enough, and a big backflip by the Dream, and his 5th professional win, and his 5th knockout.
Your winner by TKO. He's now the winner of the WBA 154-pound super welterweight eliminator. He's still undefeated from Khiva, Uzbekistan. Israil, the Dream Madrimov.
Okay, voy a repetir mis instrucciones. I'm going to repeat my instructions. Tengo una pelea limpia, give me a clean fight. Obedece mis instrucciones todo el tiempo. Obey my commands at all times. Protégese durante la pelea todo el tiempo. Protect yourself at all times. Search him up. Good luck.
Final instructions given. Joel Diaz, trainer of Madrimov, makes his way out. And what will we see from this explosive man from Tashkent, Uzbekistan? Trains out of California. All his fights have been in the US. All early stoppages, and he's facing an opponent bigger reach. Will that suit his style as he just straight away shows? And he's going to try and target that body, maybe.
Yep. Target the body of a Mexican here. Next. Let's see who does it better.
Straight away! Wow, it's all right and go for the body. And then out of nowhere, the big left.
Wow.
Hook that puts down Barrera.
What a shot.
And again, well, tries to land an uppercut. Barrera comes out fighting. But look at this, the sheer power of Madrimov again. The jab to the body.
He's really solid, isn't he?
Very
heavily muscular as well. Very physically strong. How thick his arms are. Wow. For a super welterweight, he looks physically very, very powerful, doesn't he? Huge arms and massive back.
Barrera's regrouped well so far. There's still a way to go in this opening round.
Posing his physical dominance as well on Barrera.
He's already switching it up, Madrimov here.
Come on, clean it up, clean it up.
He's having enough success as an orthodox fighter. Without having to switch southpaw. But as you can see, he's got very good head movement. Very good footwork as well.
Amateur pedigree evident, but he is moving so well in and out now, side to side. Certainly didn't get giddy with the knockdown.
No. Covered really well, Barrera, didn't he? Very, very well.
Madrimov was in no hurry to.
No, he wasn't. No. He actually went to the body afterwards.
Don't push.
Straight right
One more.
hands.
Let's go.
Won a few times for pushing now. Trying to get Barrera going backwards all the time.
And you've got to say, Barrera deserves a lot of credit. It's
10 seconds, 10 segundos.
hefty left hook that put him down. And Madrimov just in close, steps back again.
Switches his feet as well. Barrera overtook the power forward with him. Landed that really devastating looking left hook. All credit to Barrera for getting up from that. A very heavy punch. It's a lovely jab he has as well. Don't see him use it very much in the first round, but
Suelta la cabeza.
see he has a very good jab. Maybe straight right hand to the body as well.
Cracking shot. And straight right to the body if you can pull that off now. Follows that up with a good jab.
Yeah, a good stiff leaping jab as well. It wasn't a touchy-feely jab or a sharp shooting jab. It was a heavy lunging jab. So very good judgment of distance as well, Dom. He seems to just be able to get out of the way.
Well, he likes to show his skills, as you can see. He's dancing around a little bit.
Watch your heads, watch your heads.
Good shot from Barrera. Doesn't want to focus too much on moving around and dancing around too much. He has to remember that he's got to land scoring shots as well.
Break, stop.
It's nice to make your opponent
Aguanta la
miss.
cabeza.
Look good.
Well, Madrimov,
You've got to make them count. If you're going to make them miss, Dom, you need to make them pay. Which he's now trying to do.
well, the movement, I think he's very fluid. His movement is very fluid in the way he likes to dance around. I mean, a lot of that is attributed to his gymnastic background. He's a real athlete and again a very lithe. And as you can see, his reflexes as well, very lithe, moves just very well.
Heavily muscular as well, probably due to the gymnastics. Don't see many skinny gymnasts. They're just struggling even to get his jab going.
Well, Madrimov's style is just a nightmare. He's switching it up, he's moving constantly, then he can leap forward with that stiff jab, or as we've seen, a big left that stunned Barrera in that first round.
Good body shot from Barrera.
Well, Barrera's shown plenty of metal.
10 seconds, 10 segundos.
From Madrimov.
Break. Stop.
Gets his head in a position where he can't be hit though.
So he was clearly third.
Use your jab, Israil. Set him up with a jab. There you go.
I'm not happy that he's listening.
Straight right, left hook. Upstairs.
Oh, big left again. He's tried the 1-2 at the corner of demanding, but it's the hook that followed that almost caught Barrera again.
Suelta la cabeza.
He's not putting himself in any danger, but he's definitely not looking to set up his bigger punches for all his technical ability and skills. He's quite happy to be making Barrera miss.
Stop.
They're just coming together a bit too much for the referees.
Yeah.
Tranquilo.
His opinion. Real clash of styles in there.
Yeah.
Suelta, right, break. No punching.
Yeah, Madrimov not still in a position where he's making his opponent, he is making his opponent miss, but he's not putting himself in a situation where he can come back with 2 or 3 shots to really stun his opponent.
No punching.
Still trying to work that part of it out.
Suéltalo. Watch your head coming.
It's to fight small as well, doesn't he, Madrimov? He's not huge at 5, just over 5 at 8.
Yeah.
But he does have that kind of style.
Let's clean it up. Vamos a limpiar limpio, los dos. Clean it up. Come on. Let's go.
Yeah. Still the neatest fight to watch.
I think Madrimov switching as well.
No punching.
Yeah,
scuffiness.
Yeah.
He shows that kind of movement that we see with Lomachenko. Sometimes he's behind his opponent before the opponent knows where he is.
I think he's breaking his own flow, to be honest. That's a good counter right hook though. Some good tasty shots there. Takes it.
Well, it's into round 4 now. I'm guessing, Alex, that you've comfortably got Madrimov 3 rounds to the good.
Well, yeah, up to now, yeah.
Obviously the 10-8 round.
In the first.
I think as well as Madrimov, as he does step it up in quality, he can't do what he's doing tonight.
No, I mean, he can't really. It's, you know, really expected to see a world-class, like a real world beater tonight before he stepped in there. And
break, no punching.
you know, I would have to say that it's probably a good thing that he didn't face Hamid Ngaya in his first professional fight.
Well, there's a huge physical difference between the two of them anyways.
Yeah, well, there's a massive gulf in professional experience as well. And we know that amateur boxing and professional boxing are 2 different sports altogether.
Yep, well, he's very seasoned in the amateur game, Madrimov, more than 335 contests, they reckon. He's somewhere between, they reckon, between 335 and 475. They don't know how many amateur fights he's had now. Well, that's a crazy difference. But we can safely say he's had more than 300 amateur bouts. And it's just crazy he never made the Olympics. Such was the Uzbek strength in depth.
Watch your feet.
He's not really changed his approach that much, which does make me wonder how much variety does he have in the tank. Is this his style? Is this what he's going to bring to the world champions? based on this performance. I'm not sure that guys like Hamid Mungia and Jared Hart and Julian Williams will be shaking in their boots. If I'm going to be really honest, the potential's there and the ability's there.
There's awkwardness there as well.
The awkwardness, the physical fitness and power. Heavy pressure.
Good right. Again, I think Barrera is feeling the heat somewhat now, is holding on. He was complaining about a clash of heads as well. The referee's keeping an eye on that. It's just that style of Madrimov's. When he goes in, the head is low. And
we've also not seen that many combination punches put together by Madrimov. Very, very little, if any, good patterned combination punches have we seen. Not really seen any.
There's launching in with single shots. Great slippery skills, good movement.
Not seen any combinations, but no follow-up right hook. A lot of single punches, other than that 1-2.
The big shot that served him well in his first 3 fights. Barrera's proved he's going to get up.
Nice to beat there again. Caught the bounce right.
Shot to the body. There's another big left hand, and Barrera just a little ragged as he comes back, fights fire with fire.
Let's put some shots together now. Not in combination, but
big rights to the game.
One after the other.
But he's having success with a big
sure
shot. A good right again, but as you say, it's in and out. Big shot, then he steps out again, comes back with another big shot that hits the target.
Yeah, that's a big setup. Can we see him keep the pressure on here?
Well, Barrera is entangling a bit.
That's the first combination that we've seen. 3 uppercuts to the body, followed by a head shot with the left hand. He really needs to sustain this pressure now. He can't fall back into the pattern of ducking and slipping and diving.
Well, Barrera's feeling the heat, the right hand again.
Needs to keep him up a little bit. Madrimov, couple will strain a little bit low. Yep, there he gets a warning there. Sure, he wants to get right back on it. Yeah. Good jab when he keeps it technical and sharp. He very rarely misses a target. He starts to look for that one big knockout shot. He gets a bit wild and ungainly and looks a little bit clumsy. Love to see him put some combinations together.
Well, Barrera is blowing and he takes over right and left, and now he's stepping it up, and I think he knows he's nearly all over. The referee gets in between them and he's seen enough. Well, Barrera possibly could have been in there for a little longer.
Yeah, I think he could have.
But the referee, I think, he's the man in there. Barrera was blowing badly. He looked like all the energy had sapped from his body. He'd been taking those very heavy single shots. But eventually, well, the backflip that we see from the...
Minutes, 36 seconds, round number 5. Referee Benji Estevez steps in, puts a halt to the bout. Your winner by TKO, now 4-0. 4 straight knockouts, and still WBA Intercontinental Super Welterweight Champion, Israil the Dream Madrimov!
What I told you in the dressing room, obey my commands, protect yourself at all times, and give me a clean fight, okay? Good luck.
It's the final eliminator you kind of want to see, isn't it? The #1 ranked contender versus the #2 ranked contender. Soro, the veteran Frenchman, ranked #1, rightly so, against the rising star of Uzbek boxing, Israil Madrimov, the Dream. Scheduled for 12 then, and it's underway. The belt holder is Jamel Charlo, who also holds WBC and IBF belts. I don't know how division is going to open up, if it does at all, in 2022, because there's a very good chance that Charlo and Brian Castagna will rematch again after their very exciting draw in July. There's talk about that happening in February. So whether the winner of this one will immediately then progress to a world title fight remains up for grabs. That's boxing politics. That's out of their hands. All they've got to do is take care of business right here, right now. And whilst Madrimov is the favourite, and understandably so, given his pedigree, given his track record, given his home advantage, nobody, and I mean nobody, Alex, is writing off this Frenchman.
No, they certainly aren't. You know, he's very, very capable operator, to say the least. Loads of great attributes as well.
One of those attributes being a very, very solid jab, and usually for a tall man like this, he's pretty good on the inside as well. You don't want to be mixing it up with him up close. Good operator, the Frenchman, very experienced. Never did get that rematch with Castagna. There was talk about it happening in 2019. It just didn't happen for whatever reason. But he's on a 5-fight win streak since that loss. The last 3 coming via stoppage, but that absence of more than 2 years, Alex, it is a concern, isn't it? That there's going to be, you would think, a bit of rust through the first 2 or 3 of these rounds before he gets his wheels under him.
Yeah, it's a long time out, isn't it? Like we said earlier, Nick, it's not as if, you know, it's been a break away. Sometimes you just need a break, and you can take up to 10, 12 months off and come back and you're absolutely fine. Just need a good training camp to get your timing back, get your fight fitness up. But that's a little bit long, it's a wee bit concerning. A 2-year stretch is quite a while.
And has been around a long, long time. Like I say, he lost to Baisangurov nearly a decade ago, back in May 2012. Won the European title in 2015. Getting rid of Emanuele Blandimura, who's no mug as well. Beat the Scotsman back in the day as well. Chris Karsler went the full distance with him back in January 2013, which actually, on reflection, reflects very well on Chris Karsler.
Yeah.
Really did.
A great performance that night.
He was clearly beaten as well, but
yeah, you know, he was beaten in every area really, but to just do the 12 and to get through it, on a couple of occasions did land a couple of cracking shots throughout that bout, Chris.
Round 2 then, Michel Soro, the tall veteran Frenchman, man with the proven pedigree, against Israil Madrimov, who doesn't have the pedigree. Yes, he's beaten everybody that's been put in front of him, but he hasn't been an operator of this level. And then again, he'll say, well, you can only beat what's put in front of you. Blew up his first 5 opponents. Should have got the stoppage against Derek Walker. That didn't happen. And we saw him against Imani Colombo in this ring in April. And it was a battle of 2 unbeatens. Colombo coming in from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Climbed off the floor and went the distance. But Madrimov was the clear winner. So you look at the resume of Soro, who he's been in with, and who Madrimov has been in with, and there is a gulf in class between the two of them. That was a really nice little raid there from the Uzbek fighter, though. And he's showing Soro every respect here in the early stages of this one. And it is a strange one for a boxer, isn't it? Because, yeah, you win a final eliminator, next stop should be a shot at the world title, but of course boxing is not that simple. These guys can't even think about that, can they? They're just going to think, get the job done tonight and leave it to the management.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, that's all they can do. Yeah. And all they should be doing as well. Focus on the contest that you're involved in right now, or the next one coming up, and that's all.
Dig with the left hand there from Soro on the counter. That forces the reset there from Madrimov. So many of these elite level respects based out of the United States. Manov's the exception to that. He's the stay at home. He may be the best of them.
Well, Yep. It does surprise me that so many of them
go
off.
As you said yourself,
and train elsewhere.
You've got a lot of connections that have been to and through Uzbekistan and the boxing scene there. It's a very, very well-structured program, isn't it? You know, it's not some ramshackle affair. You know, they know what they're doing.
Unbelievable.
You're going to get well looked after. You don't have to go. But most of them, as you say, they do. Up sticks and head west.
Yep. Quite odd, considering the success that they have.
Oh, nice left hand there.
They train hard.
Madrimov starting to open up a little bit here. Well, I think a fairly low-key couple of rounds to get this one started has worked perfectly for Soro. This is what he would have wanted. If Madrimov had come out all guns blazing, that might have been interesting. But he's let him work his way into this here. So Soro has got his legs under him now. Let's see if he can go through the gears here. Madrimov, though, is still picking some really nice punches every now and again.
He really is. Soro's tightening that right
Soro's
hand
defences are pretty sound as well. Madrimov is finding a lot of there like that. He's looked for the right hand, and Soro's just not there.
Yeah, he's always got his hands up pretty high. They're always round his chin. He's got a great. You said it earlier, Nick. He's got a great left jab when he gets it working. Sometimes
he struggled to use it here through the early going, but yeah, you just saw that one, and it's like you know that if he can get that jab going, Madrimov could be in for a pretty tough night. Madrimov really loading up with the right hand there. That was ambitious to say the least.
Yeah, if he can get that jab working a little bit more, he can give Madrimov a lot of trouble, really. Yeah, it's quite static. Right hand over the top again. He's timing that right hand well, Nick, isn't he?
Timed it really well.
He's timing it well, yeah. It's not timing a man who's been out the ring for 2 years.
Yeah, couldn't get the counters in there, though. Madrimov just slid out of the pocket. It's a couple of times he's tried to land this great big haymaker right hand, and he's not going to catch Soro with that.
Not necessarily, certainly. But he's still pretty fresh. He's catching Madrimov's shots, especially his bent arm punches quite well.
He's quite clumsy when he tries to land that big right hand, Madrimov. It's not a shot he's throwing against an opponent of this class. Those are the sort of shots you've got to start landing. That's better from Madrimov.
Yeah. Just using the shoulder to try and get yourself a little bit of punch
really
there.
nice, yeah.
Skips into range, yeah. Nice footwork
to get
there.
that second left hand in as well. And again, the right hand is missing.
Takes the right hand on the way in. He's going to have to be careful with that, Madrimov, that right hand from Soro when he's on his way in. What's giving Madrimov these opportunities, though, to get them off at this range is the fact that Soro's not using his jab that much, Nick. If he's popping that jab out...
Ready or not, here is round number 4 of this 12-rounder. The winner moves into the mandatory position for the WBA version of the belt. Possibly a shot against Jamel Charlo, although who knows how the division is going to open up over the next few months. Nice again from Madrimov. Soro's got to be a little bit busier and he's got to be a bit more effective. Because at the moment, certainly on my card, for whatever that's worth, Madrimov's just done enough to pinch all three. That's all he's doing, he's pinching him. Soro can't make it easy for him. Got to start opening up a little bit. See if he can force him back. If he can get that jab going, and you've alluded to this, Alex, it could be a different fight. Soro's certainly starting to open up a little bit more here in this fourth round.
Yeah, well, really, you know, he's still at a point where he's not too. It's not fair to say he's not too confident in what he's doing, but he's you know, he's going on the attack at one point, and then he's switching it up, and he's backing off a little bit, giving Soro a little bit time to get back into it. I don't think that's there's that good jab from Soro. I don't think that's Madrimov's corners tactics. I think they'd like him to stay on the front foot from what we've heard.
This is more like it from Soro.
Keep the punches coming. You would want to make Soro uncomfortable. He's been out ring for 2 years. You would want to make him feel like he's working really hard. And, you don't want to give someone like this too much room, too much time to think about getting counter punches off. You definitely don't want him getting busy with his jab, because that's going to make things really difficult for him.
One hand downstairs there from Madrimov. But Soro looks in this fourth round as if he's decided, right, let's just increase the pressure a little bit, force this fellow back.
Good line hook to the body as well.
That's nice again, yeah.
He's maybe got a little bit of reaction on that. I wouldn't say Soro's badly hurt.
Good spell, really good spell, and it's all coming from that backhand. Yeah, he did get a left hook around the back of the guard, but
he's still banging that jab out with Soro.
He needs to do something just to put Madrimov back in his place. This is a strong passage of work hit from Madrimov. Round 5 then. Let's see if Soro can continue to try and up the ante a little bit here. The feeling that the Frenchman is the man that needs to start changing the flow of this. It was a better round for him in that last round, only to see Madrimov come on strong. And you know how it works. You win the last, so often with so many judges around the world, you win the last 30 seconds of the round, you win the round. So Soro's got to just be the boss here. Again, he's wild with that right hand. That has not been loaded up with that big power shot with the right hand a few times in this fight with Madrimov, with no success whatsoever. Soro just waiting before letting the punches go, and that's a lovely little sharp right hand did land there from Soro. That was nice. And again, that's a shot. Just like that. So that all the way, but he did land a body shot as he came through there. This is better, much better from Soro.
Good stuff from Soro.
Sharp and hurtful punches, very accurate. Delivered very nicely as well. Well, that's certainly got Madrimov's attention. Needs more of that now, Soro. Doesn't need to be taking one like that, though. A big right hand comes back from Madrimov, who immediately turns the tables on him. That's clever from the Uzbek boxer. He was open to that right hand. He's been looking for the big right hand, and that one. Yeah, there's another one.
Good right hand to the body.
He's coming, and I tell you, he's backed Soro up with that body shot.
Yeah, he's not just going head hunting as well, he's switching to the body.
That's a super response from Madrimov, it really is. And it's so disheartening for Michel Soro. Just when he started landing some good stuff, he's taken a big one and been on the receiving end ever since. 30 seconds left in this 5th round.
He's coming back, Soro, doesn't he? It's so tough.
Gets in the left-hand counter. Madrimov, smart. It's been a good round, this one. Certainly had their moments, both of them. And it was again Madrimov with that eye-catching stuff. Round 6 then, and what is now starting to be a fascinating contest. Soro again coming out. Some quick Needs a couple of really good rounds here, the Frenchman. A lot of the rounds have been close, but there is this perception that Madrimov has just been the busier in so many of these close rounds. When you throw the home advantage in, if it's close, then Soro is playing a dangerous game. He needs to just create some separation, make it obvious to the judges that he's in charge, something that he is failing to do up to now. Madrimov is really backing away here in this 6th round. He's keeping that distance.
And Soro looks comfortable on the front foot, doesn't he? Especially if he's working behind that jab all the time. Open up feints there.
No, he's really
wait, though.
Not sticking around at all, is he, in this round?
The tactical change here, a wee bit hit and run from Madrimov. But he's been bit to the jab. It's a good right hand as well. You know, you don't want to let someone like Soro get in a rhythm and get comfortable pushing you back, Nick. You know, he can become a dangerous guy, especially if he's got you on the end of that jab.
Staying out of trouble. As you say, now he's playing a bit of a risky game. That's nice, that's what he's got to do. Get in there, raid, get out straight away.
Yeah, even if they're not all hitting the target, you look busy up.
Well, smart back foot boxing this from Madrimov, you know, here in this 6th round.
Yeah, you know, there's no doubt about that, but he's still hitting the jab, Nick. You know, he's not getting his head out the way of that line of the jab. You know, Soro's got a great jab, and he's landing it with regular efficiency there. Good right hand from Madrimov. Just comes off the line to try and get back on the attack again, but Soro kind of tugged with him. He's an experienced campaigner, this guy. You know, he knows how to maneuver his way around the ring. Not much he's probably not seen.
He's raised the tempo significantly in this round, Soro.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how Madrimov catches on there.
Good job again, yes.
Round 7 then of this WBA Super Welterweight final eliminator. That's the veteran #1 contender Michel Soro, 34 years old, the Frenchman. Starting to come into his own here against Israil Madrimov. And he's not looking so comfortable anymore. It really isn't. I mean, you know, we talked about it being a change of tactics in that last round. Soro didn't mind that change of tactics at all. Nice right hand lands from Soro again there as well. He's really starting to settle into it. Gets a good single uppercut in there, Madrimov, but Soro is definitely looking menacing now. That's what he needs, a lot more of here, Madrimov. Get back to throwing those jabs, bring the right hand into play. And he's still missing. He did there. Nice work there from Soro. His man missed and just popped in a left to the body.
Yeah, just little steps from Soro as well. Now he's not doing much work.
Can't land that right hand, can he?
Might be better for him down the stretch.
That's more like it.
Good shot there from Madrimov.
He did, yeah. I mean, he needed that as well. So he'd been missing with a few of those right hands. So that one didn't miss. Yeah, Soro hasn't noticeably been troubled by anything that Madrimov has landed.
static there, Soro becoming now. Corner calling for the jab.
Well, he's got to stay busy.
Jab going.
So there's no doubt about that at all. He's not going to get given any favours here. He's going to come out and boss these rounds. And instead he's allowing Madrimov to come back into it here in this 7th.
He's just got to get that jab working like a lot more on a regular basis. Just pop it out. There's a wee bit of success there for Soro, but just keep that
Well, it's such a weapon for him.
all the time.
Yeah, you go back and look at any phase of his career, that jab has been a big, big weapon for him. And finish with a flourish here. Madrimov with on the left. Round 8 then, as Israil Madrimov. Looks like he's built up a lead here, particularly as Soro was slow to get going. What were, let's be honest, 3 pretty uneventful opening rounds. Which I think Soro lost all 3 of them. I wonder how significant that might be in the final analysis if this goes to the cards. A long way to go yet, of course. Jab working now. Soro. Not much to do, Salvador Rodriguez. Keeping out of the way and let them get on with it. Good refereeing so far.
Very clean stuff, Nick, isn't it?
Yeah, not had much to do, has he? Just let him get on with it.
He's digging hard body shots at there.
A bit ragged here, Madrimov. Well, if there is a little bit of time that's creeping into his game, he's just sort of just walking in and lunging. That was a nice body shot. He doesn't look to have quite the snap about him. He gets another body shot in there, but I tell you, Soro is matching these. That's better. Soro's got to keep his work rate up because Madrimov has suddenly cranked it up to a whole new gear on the inside, and this is another Soro strength. He's a good inside fighter, but Madrimov is taking it to him here.
Well, Madrimov better hoping this is his second one, because if it's not, it's going to feel this in a few rounds. This is quite a hectic pace, a lot of physical stuff going on in there, a lot of pushing. That is very confident in his fitness. Smothering his work there.
Yeah, he's put a lot into this round, particularly after that break, Madrimov.
He might be banking on Madrimov. Yeah, he might be banking on him getting a little bit tired, you know. He's worked very, very hard this round. Soro, you couldn't go as far as saying he's taking a round off, but...
Well, that's interesting. How much did that take out of him? Well, he's straight back in there, look, round 9. Looking to get back in and up close.
Yeah.
It's a lovely little tactical switch, isn't it? We saw him just step back a little bit, and now we're seeing him getting in up close, right into the eye of the storm. Nice right hook to the body there as well. And it's getting significantly closer here. It's around this stage of a 12-rounder where this is where you really start to feel it, because the winning post is nowhere near in sight.
So true. Maintaining that work rate that he did so well in the 8th round.
That's nice from Soro. Soro isn't having to go looking for Madrimov anymore. That's for sure. Madrimov's decided, yeah, let's get in the eye of the storm here.
Yeah, he's right there.
I tell you, this is a risky game Madrimov's playing here. It really is.
Yeah, it is. There's no doubt about that.
He's strong inside. He's always strong on the inside. I'm surprised Madrimov's gone there.
Yeah, he doesn't look panicked.
He's probably surprised.
Very cool.
Oh, there he goes again. Another one of those right hands. Well,
chopping right hands.
Tell you, Soro's probably thinking, well, this is where I want you. Now you're playing my game. A lot of punches there, and
Managed to catch most of Vergil Soro.
Soro's got to keep his work rate high though as well, because Madrimov's engine is terrific. It just keeps throwing, and Soro will take some time out. Got to stay busy. He's had a few of those with Madrimov right there in front of him as well. It's been a good round this for Soro. This is certainly the hardest fight he's been in, and he's finishing the round really strongly here. Right on the bell, Madrimov going for it, ripping him open, and he's in serious trouble. He's waved it off. Has he stopped it? I think he stopped it.
In round 9, the winner is Israil Madrimov.
Touch your gloves. Good luck.
WBA title eliminator, you heard it. Eric Walker, 20-2 with 9 knockouts, 37 years old. He says it's now or never for me. Madrimov just 25, but he is fast-tracked for a world title opportunity, and he could get it with a win here tonight. Madrimov in the white trunks with white gloves. Walker in the black with black. Scheduled for 12. How does Walker set the tone early that he's not going to be a pushover?
Because he's savvy, he's tough. When me and Andre Ward sparred him, I remember Andre telling me, hey man, I really like the timing of him. I like the body shots. He throws smart punches and smart combinations.
Ooh, a nice right.
And he's starting off fast right here. He's getting the respect of Madrimov. He punches and doesn't pose. He punches and looks for a shot coming back. He's always waiting for the counter, Walker is.
Walker is the taller fighter, but you wouldn't know it by that wide stance and almost a crouching posture for him.
And that's what he has to do with the shorter fighter, Madrimov. You don't want to fight too tall whenever you're dealing with fighters that can jump up as fast as they can when they're so fast with their feet. Madrimov, you got to watch out. Any angle he's in, he could spring up with power.
One of the few fighters that has been able to fight this year, Madrimov, with a one-sided stoppage over veteran Charlie Navarro back in February on DAZN. He's already ranked 3rd by the WBA at 154 pounds. Walker at 37 is nicknamed the baby-faced assassin. Can he still be called that at 37?
Stop.
Shouldn't he drop the baby? Shouldn't he just be the assassin?
I think he looks pretty young for his age.
Sort of like remember Lil Bow Wow? He dropped the Lil, he just became Bow Wow.
I wasn't a fan of Bow Wow.
Punch out, your hands are free. Punch out.
Madrimov landing some good body shots earlier.
Stop.
One caught the attention of Walker, and from there he's been covering up. But Walker threw back some body shots at Madrimov, so he's getting what's coming.
The over-under, according to Vegas, on this fight, 6.5 rounds, Sergio. Which way do you think it will go?
And I believe Madrimov hasn't gone over 3 or 4 rounds, so that right there says that Vegas knows what they're talking about, because Eric Walker is going to be a tough challenger.
335 victories as an amateur, though some reports say he had 475 amateur fights. There's no official record. From where he hails from Uzbekistan. Big right hand connects there from Madrimov. For what it's worth, Walker took it pretty well.
Good body shots right there by Walker. He's coming right back. This was a good round for both of them to really.
Round 2. Certainly an unorthodox, unique environment here tonight. No fans outside, and boy, is it still hot. 90 degrees downtown Tulsa, and we are on the asphalt. Look how low Walker's crouching. His knees are almost touching the canvas.
Oh, because he has to block the body shots from the shorter Madrimov. He's coming from both sides, and that's what you got to do with shorter fighters. You got to bend your knees down, go to their level. You got to alternate your height as well. Fight tall behind the jab, but on the inside, you better bend them knees. Two polar opposites right here on how these two men learn to box. Body shot there by Madrimov. One learned to fight in the prestigious amateur system of Uzbekistan, fighting with the best of the best, and then you have Eric Walker who learned to fight in prison.
That's right, spent well over a decade at the Dixon Correctional Facility in Louisiana, fighting over 60 times before his release, and it wasn't like a normal ring and sort of like an amateur system. They would basically rope off an area in the courtyard, and they would go out there and duke it out. He said 9-10 times a year he had amassed a record of 60-1, I believe it was. And he said, listen, I would go in there and fight the same guy 5-6 times a year, but man, the inmates loved it, we loved it, and it taught me how to actually fight. Made his pro debut in 2013, and since then he's won 20 of his 22 pro bouts.
Yeah, I believe he was 61-1 in prison, and he would fight 9 times a year. He did 12 years in the federal penitentiary. Ooh, good right hand by Walker. He stepped back and waited for Madrimov to come in.
Madrimov almost looked down at the canvas for a second. Didn't expect that punch to land.
The best success that Madrimov has had is counters to the body.
Listen to me, both of you.
That's been the best thing for Madrimov. Both sides, he's been digging down, countering to the body of Walker.
Stop, 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 stop. Stop, stop. Push me.
This is already the most difficult fight Madrimov's been in.
Yeah, Madrimov told us this was going to happen, and of course I told you because I've been in the ring with Walker. There's another counter right hand right there, stepping back. Walker stepping back right on time and catching Madrimov coming in with his head down.
Stop, stop, low blow. Stop now, you got him low. Box.
Madrimov himself told us this was going to be his toughest fight.
Stop, stop. Back up. Box.
So a competitive co-main event, 2 rounds. And boy, Walker throws a punch before the bell finished dinging.
Dude, this is Walker's big moment. Of course he was on the season 5 of The Contender. He did really well on that show. He ended up losing a close decision to the winner of the show, but can you imagine 12 years in prison, watching that reality show, and finally being on the stage to fight for a title eliminator? This is a dream come true for Eric Walker.
He has only 2 losses, coming to Brandon Adams and the late Patrick Beverly. That took grazes off Madrimov's ear.
Stop, stop, stop.
We talked about how impressive Madrimov's footwork is. There's some of it.
It's the first glimpse of the Madrimov footwork, but he's not able to do it with Walker as easy as he is with other opponents.
How about this statistic, Sergio? Last round, Madrimov threw 28 punches. Walker threw 64.
3-1.
3-1?
I don't know. I'm bad at math. Don't be talking about numbers.
Just nod and smile when I bring up numbers, okay?
How about you don't bring up numbers with me? I know punches, okay?
Okay, well, he threw 64 punches compared to 28, which is not 3-1.
Notice how Walker is kind of shutting down the dazzling footwork of Madrimov.
Stop.
That's already a victory for Eric Walker. If he can stop Madrimov from fighting his fight.
Good body work now from Madrimov, who's shifted his focus.
He's got the most success to the body.
Straight right hand snaps Madrimov's head back.
I like to see more jabs from Walker. Control the time, the 3 minutes. Control 2 minutes of it with the jab, because you know Madrimov's going to want to finish the round strong. I like those sneaky body shots from the inside by both men.
They're letting the leather fly.
Stop, break, step back. Quit it. Stop. Next one you got done, we'll take it. Come on.
You said that Walker has negated Madrimov's footwork. How has he been able to do that? Oh, and that body shot, is that a knockdown?
No, that's no knockdown.
No.
He slipped. Walker slipped right there. He's been able to do it because he already got Madrimov's respect with punching. So he can't just be careless with his feet and.
And again, Walker comes right out in the middle of the ring, ready to go. Are you a little worried that maybe Walker is trying to do too much too soon?
No, not at all. This is his moment. I mean, this is a title eliminator. This is his big chance. No way. This is what he has to do. He had to start off fast, get the respect of Madrimov, and he did that.
He's throwing twice as many punches every round. He can't continue that for 12 rounds, can he?
I think he can. This is his moment.
We shall see. So many individuals who come out of prison don't really rehabilitate, don't really change their life. But Walker said, I was in prison for 2 weeks and I decided this is not for me. I've got to revamp my entire outlook, my entire life. And that's what he's done. He said his friends, his family, everything came together when he left prison. And here he is on worldwide television fighting Israil Madrimov, and with a win, he will get a world title shot.
Hey, the great Bernard Hopkins did the exact same thing. I believe he did time in prison, came out in his late 20s, and look at the incredible career that he had.
Stop. No knockdown, don't push.
I love the fact that the traffic lights downtown weren't turned off. Keep seeing red, yellow, and green crosswalks.
Madrimov still concentrated on the body. That's what you got to do with these older fighters. You got to take their legs with them body shots.
Right there.
How do you kind of have this score through the first 3 rounds?
It's evenly matched, but I like Madrimov's clean shots, especially to the body. I would probably have it 3-1 Madrimov or 2-2.
Well, since there's only been 3 rounds, you can't have it 2-2. It would have to be either
2-1. Again, we started with the numbers, Todd.
Well, 64 is a little more difficult to add up than 4, but you're right. I'll take that one. That's my fault. Nice shot landed there for Walker. It's interesting. Sometimes when Madrimov swings and misses, Sergio, he stumbles a couple feet forward. That's how hard he's throwing these punches.
Yeah, with a savvy fighter like Walker, who's been stepping back slightly, just a couple inches to get some room to land the shots. Madrimov can't fall off balance with Walker.
He's tired.
Exchange body punches on the inside.
Walker has slowed down a little bit in my book. I think the body shots are either catching up, or we finally seen the age catching up on Walker. But this was a slow round, even though it was a tough, gutty round by Eric Walker. He slowed down.
I love the fact that both these guys get off their stool
and go toe-to-toe in the middle of the ring by the time the bell rings.
Yeah, but I noticed the body language of Walker. He collapsed into his stool. I don't know if you noticed that, Todd. The body language looked like he is fatigued. So I don't know if it, like I said, if it's the body shots or just the age, but he looked tired in that round.
Well, as I mentioned, the output has been very high for Walker early on. I asked you if he could continue that pace.
And I said yes, but the way he collapsed in his ring in that minute rest, he looked tired for me. So I would like to see Madrimov really pick up the pace right here, and I think that's exactly what his trainer, Joel Diaz, wants him to do.
Here's Beto Duran.
Stop.
Okay.
There you go. Sergio may actually be right.
Like I said, I know punches, not numbers. But I read body language, man, and right now you can see the confidence with Madrimov. He knows he was going to be in there with a tough fighter, that he wasn't going to take out the first half of the fight. Now this is Madrimov's fight. I could expect Madrimov come out with the dazzling feet and the angles and the speed. Now it's Madrimov's fight from here on.
Look at total punches through round 4. Walker 245 punches thrown, but 8 less. And Madrimov just going right to the body. He's done it. He's forgetting the head's even there. He doesn't even care. He's going to break this guy down from the middle.
And I'll tell you what, I like that strategy because Walker pulled out with his head high in the air and his arms are down still protecting the body. You could see Walker's arms are down there because he's protecting the body shot. That's going to leave him open for a clean shot.
Well, how do you counter that when you know your opponent's only going for the body pretty much? What do you do?
If you're Walker, you gotta either hold or you gotta
offensively. When you say this guy's coming in to throw at my body, what can I do to force him to stop that?
You gotta clinch, back him up, and you gotta try to get the referee involved. You gotta buy time to catch your breath.
There was another swing and a miss where Madrimov did a 360.
See, boxers that know how to use the ring, like Bernard Hopkins and like Hector Camacho, that was a good example. He would hold you, and then the referee will break you. Then he will walk around the entire ring, waste 10 seconds, but he was catching his breath. He knew how to manage the time and not waste energy.
Time!
Round 6, we're scheduled for 12. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, Todd Grisham alongside the Latin Snake Sergio Mora. And after a strong start, Walker appears to be wilting. Would you agree with that assessment?
Yes, I agree, and you're right. Madrimov's arms were on the buckles as well. Usually the trainers pull down your arms because they don't want you to show that the body language of fatigue. But Madrimov's tired too. He's catching his breath in that corner as well. See how he's falling off balance right there, Madrimov? As soon as he threw that punch, that's unlike him.
I just said how hot it is still here in Tulsa. At what temperature did your trainer usually keep your gym for the fighters?
No, we did the opposite of what the great Emmanuel Stewart did. We didn't like training in big shots.
Big ref raises the brow of Walker, and he may be hurt here. Madrimov letting his fist fly. Does Walker have an answer?
Walker has an answer. He's fighting back. He's holding his ground, fighting back. But he doesn't have the legs to fight back.
They almost both went spilling out of the ring.
Don't tackle him.
Go ahead, Sergio. How did your trainer have your room?
We had it cool. We didn't like it hot because he felt that the hotter it was, the looser your legs got, the more comfortable they got.
Well, their legs are very loose tonight, then.
He didn't want the muscles too relaxed, my trainer would say. He didn't like it too hot.
Emmanuel Stewart, on the other hand, wanted to boil him, did he not?
Yeah, but if you notice, his fighters, the Kronk Gym fighters, they didn't really react good to getting hurt. Their legs always, Tommy Hearns, the great Tommy Hearns, every time he was hurt, his legs couldn't hide it.
Interesting observation. appears to have recovered after that brief scare.
Now we're seeing some forward from Madrimov.
You could hear that body shot land.
Walker returning the favor.
A nice breeze now blowing down South Boston Street here in Tulsa. Another swing and a miss, and Madrimov goes down.
Stop, don't do that.
And Walker
Don't do that again.
jumping on.
So how does Walker turn the tide a little bit? It seems like Madrimov has got his number.
Well, I don't think he has his number. I just think age is the number. That's what's happening here. Eric Walker's age is coming out. I mean, he did really well in the first half of the fight, but I don't think he has the legs to really
punch out.
You know, be offensive anymore or keep Madrimov off, especially if Madrimov's going to be in angles, jumping in from left to right, going from lefty to righty. It's going to be too hard to catch up.
No more behind the head. You hear me? Next time, it's your point. Bucks.
That's what I want to see more of. See, Walker's not forgetting the body. Anytime you have an active fighter that's going to be jumping up and down, in and out, the body's going to stay still. Keep digging at the body.
Break, step back. Both fighters, step back. Bucks.
Walker looks pretty good when he can extend those arms.
Good run for Walker. Keeping him at the end of the jab. He's fighting with distance.
Deep breath there from Madrimov.
Stop, break.
Who was 12 years Walker's junior. That means he's younger. Sergio.
Yes. You're my elder.
Stop. Back up.
Yeah, not for nothing. Madrimov looks a little winded himself. You know, he's looking around in the clinch. He's taking a deep breath. I don't know if it's the heat. I don't know if it's the quarantine, but both these fighters look a little bit tired.
Walker landed some power punches here.
No, this is a good round for Walker. I didn't expect him to have this kind of fight in him, but this is a big moment for him, like I said. So he started off fast. He took off maybe the 5th and 6th, but he's coming out nicely here in the 7th.
Stop.
And it's Madrimov's been holding, or maybe he's taking this round off himself, but this has been a sloppy round for the usual sharp, you know, dazzling feet of Madrimov.
Well, Madrimov said he likes to pattern himself like Triple G. Do you think their styles are similar at all?
Nice right hand right there by Madrimov. No, because maybe the upper body when he stands still, he has the same stance, but not with the feet.
You know, Madrimov doesn't quite look right this round. You seeing what I'm seeing?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. Walker's doing well, and he's trying to hold. Madrimov's been trying to hold this fight, so I don't see it right there. We don't see that from Madrimov. I don't know if he got shook up or he's tired. He's fighting fatigue, but he doesn't look right.
He's not making eye contact. He's turning his back.
And Walker's sensing that. He wants to fight.
Punch out.
Just a little, he's looking lethargic. This is definitely Walker's round. Game that she can exploit. Not only does she think she's going to win, she's going to knock her out. And how about the rebirth of Eric Walker, the baby-faced assassin? He looked gone in the 6th round, and now he's been reborn as Madrimov's eating body shots. He's taking deep breaths. He's dropping his hands.
This is hunger, Todd. This is why Eric Walker was a live dog here. You can never put a price on hunger. You can't put odds on somebody that wants it more.
Madrimov not setting his feet now.
Eric Walker doing exactly what he needs to do. Keep punching, keep backing up Madrimov.
Madrimov does not look like he can go another 4 rounds after this.
Get your hands out of there. Get your other hand out.
Walker has found the proverbial second win. Is there any chance that we're just overhyping this as they go tumbling down again?
No way. Madrimov is tired, and he just did a veteran move. He tackled Walker right now. He wanted that breath. Look at how deep he's breathing, Todd. Madrimov is tired, and Walker's digging.
This would be a catastrophe for Israil Madrimov.
Eric Walker told us he's known as the Dream. I'm going to be his nightmare tonight.
And I kind of gave you a funny look when you said Walker may have taken a couple rounds off. I'm like, taking a couple rounds off rounds 5 and 6, but sure enough, like a lightning bolt, he has come alive, and Madrimov now is shrinking away.
And that's why me and the great Andre Ward gave a lot of credit to Eric Walker on the Contender, because we were in the ring with him. We knew how he carried himself. We knew that he had the character to not care about the cameras. He was there to win. And now it's coming out. The poise, the experience, the grit, everything's coming out of Walker.
The over-under in this fight was set at 6.5 rounds. That's clearly gone over. And Madrimov, according to some bookies, as high as a 20-1 favorite. Remember, he's never been this far, Sergio. Walker now is asking questions that we didn't have the answers to. Madrimov has come in and bulldozed everybody out right away. 5 fights, 5 KOs.
But they've been matching Madrimov really tough. He hasn't been in there with a fighter under 10 fights, 15 fights, or 20 fights. And that's why he finally ran into a fighter that was the goods. Eric Walker had more than 20 fights, but against legitimate opponents. His only losses, legitimate opponents.
Oh, a big winging right hand in the left. Land from Madrimov. He's trying to steal this round at the end. But it appears to be Walker's. In this fight, Sergio, this 25-year-old up.
The only time I seen someone get slapped, and it was good, it was Felix Trinidad Sr. He was slapped the hell out of Junior, but Junior was doing well.
What about you're blowing it, son?
Angelo Dundee, he never slapped Ali. Oh, no, that was Sugar Ray Leonard. Sorry.
Oh, boy, you saw the sweat shooting up in the air. Let's see if Madrimov does wake up. We're in the 9th round, scheduled for 12.
No knockdown, no knockdown.
A WBA eliminator. Is Madrimov perhaps not as good as we thought, or is Walker better than people gave him credit for? I know you gave him credit, Sergio, but the bookies didn't give him credit. We didn't hear anybody in boxing media or social media circles predicting Eric Walker to win.
I didn't predict Walker to win, but I predicted him to go the distance and give Madrimov the toughest fight of his career, and that's unfolding now.
You know, I actually remember giving you an opening earlier tonight. Remember when I said, Sergio, you think he can take him deep and maybe even beat him? And you said, wow, I don't know about beating him, but he can take him late.
And what's happening here, Todd?
He's taking him late, but he might be beating him. It's at least close.
It's close. It's definitely close.
You would think if it's not 4-4, it's got to be 5-3. A huge left. They're going to call
that
it
was a knockdown. Todd, that was a knockdown. That caught him right on the chin. That's a bad call by the referee. Walker's hurt. That's a knockdown.
The referee has called it a slip.
I know. Can you get up?
Let's see.
Give me time. Give me time. Give me time.
They're going to give him time.
That was a knockdown. That wasn't a slip. Gary Riddler is wrong right here. And Eric Walker is taking all the time.
That was a massive left hand. That should be a knockout, Sergio. You're right.
I know. Huh?
Not a knockdown. Okay. That was a knockout, Todd.
Well,
Him says he's dizzy.
Hey, he blew the call. I'm sure when he watches it back, he will agree as well.
He hit him in the head. It was a good punch.
Which is a shame.
Hold on.
It would have been a knockdown, but it wasn't.
I heard the referee, say it was a clean punch, but he said something else, but I couldn't quite make it out. Look, he can't even. We're going to give him 5 minutes.
Well, now they're going to have to give him 5 minutes now.
No, man, you got 5 minutes.
All right.
Maybe Beto can yell at the referee and see if we can hear him say that again to Beto.
You can stand up or sit down or whatever you want to do.
To hear exactly why that wasn't called a knockdown.
Okay, it was a good punch. The punch would have knocked him down, but you went ahead and hit him with the shoulder, and that's where he went down. If you hadn't done that, if you hadn't done that, if the fight had been over, you'd probably get a knockout. Okay.
And he didn't even hit him with the shoulder either, Sergio.
I just think Gary Riddler is trying to make up for his mistake. That was just a bad call. That's a knockout right there. In such a great fight, that would have been a great way to end. But right now, regardless of what happens, whether Walker lasts the distance or he gets stopped, this stopped the momentum of what Madrimov deserved, which was a knockout.
Well, after taking a punch like that, where you're seeing stars, even 5 minutes may not be enough for Walker to come back from that.
No way. When the blood is pumping and the adrenaline's going, and then automatically it stops and you get a timeout. There's no timeouts in boxing, Todd. That right there is going to take it out of Walker one way or the other.
It's been 1 minute. We have 1 minute. Okay. The ruling was it was a good punch, but he knocked him down with his shoulder. So the fight's not over yet. We're having a 5-minute break. He's got it up to 5 minutes. It was a good punch, but what happened after it? The reason he went down. If he hadn't hit him with the shoulder, he probably would have gone down.
So Beto asking the questions. We got the answers, but are you buying that?
No. Did you hear his excuse? He was stuttering. He sounds like you trying to explain yourself to your girlfriend. Well, no, but he no.
We're going to go to the scorecards.
Well, so if you're Eric Walker right now, you've been buzzed in sparring, you've been buzzed in fights. How do you shake it off, a punch like that?
You can't shake it off. That's what I just told you. The momentum is halted. Walker was fighting the fight of his life. He was 2 rounds away from going the distance. Whether he would have won or lost, it would have been a victory for him and his story. But right now, that just halted the momentum, not only on Walker's part, but it takes away the knockout from Madrimov. That should have been a knockout.
Shoulder. It pushed him through the ropes. Had he not hit him with the shoulder, it would have been a knockdown fight, probably would have been over. It was concussive.
How many rounds we got?
He didn't tell you. All right, go on.
So what's the ruling now if Eric Walker can't continue? That's what I'm interested in.
They'll probably disqualify him, which is going to be a disgrace, to tell you the truth, because he was fighting his heart off, and he had everything going for him. Even though he was fighting tired, there was only 2 rounds left.
Don't go to the scorecards. Yes. No disqualification. It was enough of being accidental. We're going to go to the scorecards. If he can't continue, if he can continue, there's no penalty, nothing. It's all right. If he can't continue, we're going to go to the scorecards.
Well, that could change everything. I mean, who's to say Walker may not be up?
Well, why are they going to the scorecards? I mean, what stopped the fight?
Good.
Well, let's see if Walker wants to continue.
Okay.
He's up.
No more rough stuff.
But for how
long?
long?
Rough stuff, I'm going to take points away, or else I'm going to disqualify you. Okay.
Well, the referee butchered it. There's no other way to say it.
I mean, if you can't,
hopefully for Madrimov, he can bounce back and pick up where he left off.
To take it or get anything in the head. Huh? You sure? Yeah. All right. Okay, that's fine. We're going ahead. Time in.
Oh, big right hand right away from Madrimov.
Is the round over? Is the round over?
It's bizarro world right now in downtown Tulsa. We don't know what's going to happen here. I can't believe Walker didn't go back down again after eating the right hand.
Low blow.
Man, that's his third time.
It shows how tough. It shows the character of Eric Walker. I'm telling you, this they don't make him like this, man. I mean, he's gritty, he's tough. He could have easily taken a way out right there, but he didn't. He got back up and he went right at Madrimov, getting hit with a big right hand in return.
I wonder if any judges will score this as a 10-8 round for Madrimov. Eight seconds to go.
Stop.
Here in round 9. And to his credit, Walker's still standing as we reach round 10. Well, how would you have scored that 9th round, Sergio?
I don't know. What
10-8,
was the
10-9?
word that you use? It's crazy. I don't know how to.
Bizarro world.
It's bizarro world, Todd.
Really unfortunate that we had that controversial turn. Nevertheless, this has been a very competitive, close fight. Who knows what the scorecards are going to look like if this goes the distance. And how is Walker still standing? That was a hellacious left hand he ate to the jaw.
Madrimov digging every single shot to the body. Walker still pulling out with his chin up. He got caught with a left hook right now.
Either way, Madrimov being tested like he has never been before. And he was getting very fatigued. That was kind of a last gasp left hand there in round 9 that he landed. His hands were down by his side. He wasn't throwing any punches. Walker was taking over.
That actually helped out the younger man. Absolutely. I mean, look at how rejuvenated now Madrimov is. There's bounce on his step. He doesn't look as tired. He's not breathing heavy. That timeout actually helped the younger fighter.
Yeah, Madrimov looks like a new individual in there.
Now he looks like Gennady Golovkin. You asked me earlier, does he remind me of Golovkin? I say no, but now he does because he's going for the kill. And look at the technique and the punch selection of Madrimov.
He knows that leaping left hook scored earlier and put him down.
Watch out.
Wants to land it again. There's an uppercut. Haven't seen many of those tonight. The wind is really picking up here ringside. Vapors blowing everywhere. Storm clouds nearby downtown Tulsa.
Right now, it's Walker that's gone with a win because anything that he had going forward with momentum was halted by that knockdown.
Well, he's lucky to still even be in the fight. It should have been a KO in round 9.
Walker's
2 rounds to go. If you're just joining us, Israil Madrimov scored what should have been determined a knockdown and probably a knockout in round 9. The referee determined that in his follow-through, he pushed Walker down with his shoulder, gave Walker 5 minutes to recover, and that's where we are right now. In round 10, look at the work rate from Madrimov, 76 compared to 54, outlanding at 32-7. He's going back down to the body.
Stop! Break, step back, step back. Go up your shoulder.
Going back to that 9th round, Sergio, obviously a knockdown would make it a 10-8 round, but it wasn't scored a knockdown. But if you were a judge, was it still a dominant enough round for it to be scored 10-8?
No, I don't think it was dominant enough, but the judges can probably see for themselves that it was a knockdown, so because of that, yes, they would give it a 10-8, regardless of what the referee thought he saw.
Well, are they supposed to do that?
I would if I was a judge. If I seen a clean knockdown and he was overwhelming winning that round, I would give it a 10-8.
Don't get any closer than that.
I wouldn't cheat Madrimov with that knockdown.
Counter, come on. For defense. Slide over, slide. Right there, work. Work, Israil, right there.
prepared. It would be a shame if he gets hit with something big, pulling out as hard as he fought for 11 rounds. These are the championship rounds.
Well, you can kind of feel for both fighters here. You feel for Walker, considering what he's had to deal with. And you also feel for Madrimov, who should have legitimately won the fight in the 9th round by KO.
Oh, definitely, and I think I made that known. Madrimov deserved to win this fight. The KO victory was snatched away from Israil Madrimov tonight.
Well, he's still got time.
Stop, Brad.
1 round to go, and Walker does not appear to have much left.
That's what we need right there. That's it. Hey, sit. Now get that hand up. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
Let's turn.
They dashed. Walker at age 37.
Another right for another. Big shots. Madrimov's corner didn't want him to. He doesn't want to give Walker any chance. Walker.
Come here. Point, low blow. 1 point.
Right hand clipped him and sent him down.
7, 8.
Once the KO. Sure, you gotta love his heart.
Right now, because it'll be a shame. Back, just if he can hold.
Backed up against the rope, and he's throwing back.
No more of that. Why are you doing that?
Hands up! 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 Hands up!
Standing.
Don't let him recover now!
All heart right there, Todd.
So kudos to Madrimov.
Fight hard, fight clean. Good luck to both of you.
Terence Crawford hasn't heard the final bell of a fight in 8 years. 2016 was the last time he went the distance. 11 straight stoppages. Can he get another one tonight and become a champion in a 4th weight class? Or will the man nicknamed the Dream make his dream come true and pick up the biggest win in his country's history? 12 rounds. Here we go.
You know, these early rounds are going to be very important for Madrimov. Crawford, admittedly a very slow starter, likes to kind of figure out what his opponents want to do. Madrimov, I think, needs to win these early rounds to bank them.
We got an early switch from Crawford right there. I always feel like when he comes out orthodox, he really wants to see what you're about. He didn't waste any time switching.
I think, Sean, fighting southpaw for Crawford, I think will help neutralize that long jab of Madrimov. That's one of his best weapons, that jab to the body. You stay in that southpaw stance, you know, takes a little bit out of the way.
Maddox, and to your point, I think that's why he switched. He knows immediately, I need to stabilize that jab.
And Crawford's going to have the reach, the fighting edge reach over Madrimov. So I think the jab, if whoever could take the other's jab away, is going to be actually in position to land the straight punches down the pipe.
We've seen in the past Crawford sometimes a little bit of a slow starter as he downloads the information, figures his opponent out. So don't be surprised if Madrimov can bank a couple early rounds.
You know why they call him a slow starter? Because he's a counter puncher by nature. He's not supposed to start fast. He wants to see what you want to do, and he's going to take those opportunities to counter punch.
The thing that I liked about Madrimov is that he always has perpetual upper body movement. These Uzbek fighters have great footwork, but notice the upper body movement, how his head is never in line, direct line of the straight left hands and the jabs of his opponents.
Both of these fighters can switch stances, the flip of a coin.
Sergio, can you see how many times both these guys keep starting over? Do you see it? They get in front of one another, and then they both take a step back and start over.
No, it's kind of like they're dancing. They're trying to get each other's rhythm and timing. None of them really wants to take a chance. And now that they're in the ring, can you see the size advantage that Madrimov has, how wide his back is and the shoulders?
Well, listen, the other thing, too, we know Madrimov only has 10 fights, but the fact that he keeps making Crawford start over lets us know that he deserves to be in the ring with Crawford.
He only has 10 pro fights, but had a reported 350 amateur bouts. That's what they do in Eastern Europe. They put a premium on amateur careers. But right now, Madrimov, the WBA champ. There's a counter right from Madrimov.
Madrimov was waiting for that right hand. Crawford saw that coming. This wicked combination by...
Round 2. We are scheduled for 12.
That was a really good controlled first round from both guys. Just looking, trying to download information, as we like to say, and figure out what the other one is all about. I like how that first round went from both guys.
Yeah, so do I, Sean. You know, I like the way that Crawford ended it, but you could tell that he has respect for Madrimov. The upper body movement, how it's never stopping. It's always perpetual upper body movement, so it's hard to time Madrimov.
It's little things like that that will stop a rhythm fighter from finding their rhythm. So again, another thing that Madrimov can do to stabilize Terence Crawford is that movement, that upper body movement.
Madrimov trying to remain a puzzle that Crawford can't figure out for as long as possible.
The other thing I see as well, Crawford moving to his left, which is moving into the power of Madrimov, but he's again trying to take away that jab hand. We see if Madrimov can't land the jab, he can't get started.
I like the way that Madrimov steps over to his right every time he tries to cut off the ring.
The funny thing, though,
there it is right there.
Yeah, you got the step over. We know the punch is supposed to come, but you got a sharpshooter standing across from you, so that's why we're not getting that step over right hand from Madrimov.
Yeah, what Madrimov lacks in professional experience, those 11 pro fights, he more than makes up for with an amateur background. More than 300 amateur wins. So he has been around the block a few times.
I like those foot feints by Madrimov. Bud's not biting on them, but he's respecting them.
I gotta slay. It's a slow fight so far for the crowd, but I like the control of both guys. I like how both guys aren't deviating from their plans.
Right hand from Madrimov. And another one. Bud shakes it off.
Two good right hands, though, right down the middle.
Bud staying in the southpaw stance. Crowd getting a little restless.
This is going to be a tough fight for Bud, man. I could see it. trying to get the timing down of Madrimov is going to be very difficult, man. He doesn't give you much to read, and he's always perpetually moving in the same rhythm, the same bounce. You don't know, you can't time that.
And that's the thing about the crowd. They don't know Madrimov, so they don't understand. This is how he operates. Eventually, he's going to get going, which is going to get Terence going. And we hear a restless crowd so far out of just 2 rounds.
Two good body shots there by Bud.
To try and dethrone Bivol. That's exactly what Crawford's trying to do here, moving up from 147 to 154.
Take you into the mind of Crawford real quick. He comes out and he throws some punches immediately. He's just trying to get Madrimov to react and start throwing some punches of his own.
And what I like about Madrimov, he's not reacting to what Crawford wants him to make. Crawford's going to have to, he's going to have to set the pace right here with him being offensive first, which he's doing now.
This is usually the round in Bud Crawford's career where he starts to pick it up a little bit. He starts to see how his opponents are going to fight him, and he starts to pick up the action.
Those are good jabs, and he's really just trying to wake up Israil Madrimov at this point.
I mean, Madrimov just feint after feint, like he is constantly in motion there in the ring.
And I love that strategy, Chris, I'm telling you, because with a sniper like Crawford, man, he's so ready to counterpunch you with that laser-like punches that he has. You just gotta keep feinting him. Hopefully you can catch him with one of those feints and counter him.
Well, at some point, Madrimov's got to take a little bit of a risk, isn't he? He can't just posture all night.
This isn't posturing, it's setting the pace.
Yeah, this is just extreme patience for Madrimov.
I agree, Sean. And you have to have patience, you have to have timing, you have to have a lot of things to get past the guard of a fighter like Crawford.
See, you and I, Sergio, we know something that this crowd doesn't know. We understand what Madrimov is trying to do, and we understand what Terence Crawford is all about.
Absolutely,
so
man, absolutely.
It's going to take some time. I remember the crowd booing.
The right hand from Madrimov.
When I fought Crawford, the crowd started booing after the second round, I think.
Oh, nice uppercut from Crawford, his best punch.
A little short left-handed uppercut, right on the button to Bud Crawford.
Good body shot, too, from Crawford.
Movement, if anything gives Crawford any kinds of issues, it's movement. Upper body movement, footwork, angles. As a matter of fact, Sean, I was watching the fight with you. You were giving some issues with some movement as well.
Yeah, I was just about to say about my fight. People were booing after the second round.
Yep.
I thought to myself, just calm down. We can't go yet. If you start too fast against Crawford, he'll pick up on it and he'll pick you apart.
Exactly. And that's what I think Madrimov is doing well here. The patience, the feints, and not really getting over aggressive or listening to this crowd, or not falling for the traps that Bud's trying to set.
Listen, we're 3 rounds in. We're applauding this patience right now of Madrimov. 3 or 4 more rounds of that, and then we got to start asking why he's not picking it up.
Absolutely.
Good jab right there.
The danger, though, is around the corner for Madrimov, too. I thought that little short uppercut was a really nice shot for Bud Crawford. I like how he picked up the pace a little bit in that third round, a little bit faster than the first 2.
Crawford has stayed almost exclusively in the southpaw stance, Sergio. You expect him to go orthodox?
No, I don't know what to expect with Crawford. I think most of the time he's going to say southpaw, but it's incredible. This man is equally as good from both stances. It's just unexpected. That's what makes him so difficult to figure out.
Look, Crawford does not come into fights with a game plan as to when he's going to go orthodox and when he's going to switch. He just does it on the fly. There you see some of the punch stats there. Terence Crawford, 15 landed, 82 thrown. Better stats, 14 out of 43 for Israil Madrimov.
And that's what I love about Crawford. You can't prepare for that. He has no style. You know, it's kind of like a boxing version of Bruce Lee. You know, there's no style to his method. You can't train for it. You don't know what to prepare for.
Another good right hand from Madrimov. And another.
Yeah, no, he's got the angle for that right hand, and he's landing it. Good body shot from Crawford.
That was a fantastic body shot from Bud Crawford. Caught Madrimov coming in, landed that shot right to the right side.
Those are heavy shots by Crawford. They sound thumping. I mean, both these guys are hitting like junior middleweights right now.
Crawford put everything into that right.
And look at the footwork of Madrimov, able to get around him before he threw that right hand, that left hook. Oh, that was a right hook that he threw.
Man, Madrimov has that right just cocked and ready to go, man. You seen it right there. He unleashed that quick. There it is again right there. Crawford's just way too fast right now. Too slick.
If I was going to point out one weakness in Madrimov that Bud could exploit is that when he does throw some of these rights, he overcommits. He goes all in. He kind of lunges at you. If Crawford can time it right, that's something he can counter.
Well, yeah, he does do that, Chris, but he has the explosiveness and the footwork to get away with it, and he doesn't fall off balance when he does it either. That's something he's been doing for years and years and years, Madrimov has.
Oh, right hand from Madrimov.
And an uppercut by Bud, but that's a dangerous punch to throw when someone's throwing a lead right hand at you.
Madrimov doing very well so far. And this pace seems to suit him.
Ooh, nice right hand by Madrimov. Would love to have seen that uppercut that Bud landed. It was a beautiful shot, but also Madrimov landed a right hand. Both of them are looking for different openings, man, and both of them are so sharp and strong right now.
Bud Crawford still staying in the southpaw stance.
I'm a little surprised. He's gotten caught with quite a few right hands. I'm looking to see him switch pretty soon. But I think more than anything, he knows he needs to sit down and try to hurt Israil Madrimov to get some respect.
Nice shots there by Bud.
Yeah, he's starting to throw a little more often now.
Yeah, he's not throwing with that jab. He's going in the front door with a straight left, then the jab. Disrupting the rhythm, trying to disrupt the rhythm of Madrimov.
That's why I thought he would switch to orthodox. He knows that left hand is going to get there, so he's going to lead off with the left hand now.
Madrimov with a little left uppercut. It's hard to get Madrimov's timing down because he really doesn't. You can't time him, can you, Sergio? He's just all over the place.
Well, that's my point about his upper body movement and how he's always not in the same place. And notice how his head's always going up and down, up and down. And it's because of footwork. He makes himself small, bounces back up. It's hard to time that. He has good upper body movement. It's very jittery, but it's planned.
And I'm telling you, he's got great balance and really good footwork as well. Crawford sees what he's doing. He's cutting down that range, that distance, really methodically.
Oh, and that may have been a trip. It was.
That was a trip.
Yeah, that was a trip. A little bit of a glancing blow there as Crawford spun out, but absolutely right call by Jack Reese.
I would like to see more of those right hands that miss right there, but to aim at the body of Bud. You know, right now both these guys are hesitant to throw upstairs, so just start throwing straight shots to the body, even if they're jabs.
Sean, it looks to me Bud's not really that concerned with winning rounds right now.
Well, I mean, I think he's winning rounds. The first round I had him losing was the last. I have it 3-1 right now. I think he's trying to just find that right pace to try to control this fight. And Madrimov not giving him that with that foot movement and that upper body movement that Sergio's been talking about.
Overhand right from Madrimov. Uppercut.
I like that sneaky uppercut on Madrimov. Anyone else would have fell for that, but not Crawford.
See the switch? There's the switch. And switch back.
All right, we're round 6.
You know, Sean, Bud made the point this week that he's fought all kinds of styles, lots of medalists over the year. I can't remember a guy that fought like Madrimov that Bud has faced.
You know, it's not the exact same, but Madrimov, outside of this movement here, isn't bringing much different from what Bud has seen in the past.
I've got a 48 to 47 in favor of Israil Madrimov. These rounds, guys, have been razor thin in terms of punch output. Just a very, very competitive fight.
It's a tough fight to score, but I agree with you, Chris. And that's why I told you in the beginning of the round, this is going to be a tough fight for Bud, man. It's hard to time guys that never stand still. Their upper body movement, their footwork, and add the fact that Madrimov has power and timing. I mean, it's going to be difficult for the pound-for-pound champ.
Terence Crawford has never been knocked down.
I got it 4-1 after 5. I think that Bud is still in control. He hasn't run away with the fight. And I think sometimes when you see that a fighter isn't doing what you expect him to do, you blame it on the opposite fighter and feel like that fighter's having success. I don't see it, though.
What do you see, Sergio?
I see the opposite, Sean. I'm sorry, man. I like Madrimov. I mean, both of them aren't really doing much. I know we always say, you know, you got to beat the champion. I'm not going off that right now. But right now, the champion is handling his own stuff. I like the foot feints, the patience. It's tricky, man. Tough rounds to score, but I like Madrimov so far, bud.
Stop. Stop. Did you get hurt with it? No? You all right? Box. But no blood, no nothing.
Looks like a little mouse maybe starting to come under the right eye of Terence Crawford. Right hand from Madrimov.
Good jab.
That's a good shot right there by Bud. For all the tools and talent, speed and power that Bud Crawford has, now you can add patience to it, man. This guy's he's lethal.
Yeah, and Madrimov has really stabilized a lot of what Crawford is about.
I want to see more jabs from both these fighters, man, especially Madrimov. Because right now, Madrimov is kind of posturing in front of him. Yes, he's avoiding the big shots. He has good upper body movement, but he's not jabbing. Bud is jabbing.
And that's my thing. I feel like Bud is out throwing him and out landing him. And that's why I got Bud winning this fight. But I also think that if he starts using that jab, he might get himself in trouble. The body shot.
Two good body shots by Bud Crawford in this round.
Back, guys. Stay back.
All right, we've reached the halfway point of this fight. We're in round 7, scheduled for 12. Total punches landed through 6 rounds of 0. Sean said he thought that Crawford was throwing more and landing more. Well, it's Madrimov who's landed more and is much more accurate with 33%. Sean, does that alter the way you're looking at this fight right now?
Well, I was right saying that he's thrown more. He's thrown 84 more punches, and then he's only outlanded by 1, so I wasn't very far off. I still got it, 6-1? Or 5-1, Crawford.
Nice hand speed there from Crawford. Good timing as well. But we know Terence Crawford can turn it on in a heartbeat. He did that against Sean Porter. He was told that Porter was winning the fight. And Sean, you remember he changed things around pretty quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Sean remembers, Todd.
Yeah, I saw the clips.
That's a good counter right there by Madrimov.
That was actually a great counter for Madrimov. Great timing in the fundamentals to step into that punch.
Well, Bud said the plan was to make it look easy, but Sergio, it's not been easy.
I didn't expect it to be easy, man. I mean, Madrimov is not an easy fighter. With all that amateur experience, the strength, the footwork, there's a lot of comparisons of him and Golovkin. I really don't see those, aside from the body structure and maybe the facial expressions. This is a different hybrid of a puncher. He does it with footwork, with feints, with unique combinations. And what I really like is the patience. He's still patient into the 7th round. You need patience against a guy like Crawford because you don't want to make any mistakes. You could turn your lights off like that.
11 straight knockout wins for Terence Crawford.
Eastern European fighters are very disciplined, and that's why we can see Madrimov, even at this point, still being patient.
Back-to-back great body shots from Crawford.
That's what I would want to see Madrimov start doing more. Throwing some body shots at Bud. Or start pushing him back with jabs to the body.
There's a look at BMO Stadium. You heard Joel Diaz, the trainer, Madrimov, saying, look, give me some combinations.
No move, no punch.
They know what I know, all right? This is 6-1 Crawford right now.
It's going to be an interesting round right here.
Crawford having some success to the body last round. I'm really curious to see if he's going to try to go back there.
Well, what would you like to see Madrimov do, Sean, to turn things around if he is indeed down by 6 rounds to 1?
You know, Sergio said it in the 2nd or 3rd round. He said he wants to see the jab more from Madrimov. I like to see the jab more. And I like to, Sergio said it last round, get to the body. He's got to do more work, and that's what the Diaz corner told him.
Yeah, like you don't have to aim for the head. It's going to be hard to aim for the head. I mean, you're dealing with a sniper in Crawford, but if you try to stop him in the middle, just aim at the chest, aim at the body, aim at the elbows. Keep those arms from countering you.
I was just in the corner of Israil Madrimov talking to Joel Diaz, said, hey, it's a chess match still out there. He wants his guy to start letting his hands go. He said one of these two guys is going to take the initiative over these final few rounds. He wants Madrimov to be that guy.
Terence Crawford so experienced in these big fights entering tonight. He has been in so many rounds in title fights. Madrimov just 11 pro fights total.
Something I'm seeing from Madrimov right now, he's getting creative. I like to see him get creative. Go around the gloves. Stop waiting on the back end of those shots. Go take it to Crawford.
Good right there from Madrimov, and another one, and that tongue sticking out from Crawford.
And there you go. That's the right hand downstairs, and he doubled up that left hook that threw off the rhythm that Bud was catching. Madrimov's having some good moments right here.
I mean, these guys are both throwing some haymakers now.
And anytime Madrimov gets going, Crawford takes that away. That's what I mean by meanness when I talked about that's the deciding factor here. Bud Crawford is mean, man. He won't let you take any initiative. He won't let you take any rounds. You hit me with 2, I'm gonna come back with 4.
This is what I talk about when I talk about the mental fortitude of Terence Crawford. Now trying to walk down Madrimov.
Oh, right hand from Madrimov, and he grabs on as Crawford looked like he was starting to get into his flow here in round 8.
That punch almost was a home run, guys. I'm telling you, that was an awkward overhand right by Madrimov. It looked like he was bending down defensively, and he comes over the top.
Stop punching, stop.
You know, it's got to be about consistency when you're going up against Terence Crawford. Whatever you do well, stay consistent. He's now starting to stay put. He's still using that upper body movement, but he's not moving his feet. When Crawford's coming in, Crawford's having his way.
Only 4 rounds to go. Let's look at our CompuBox statistics. Through 8 full rounds, Madrimov has landed more power punches.
Stop.
35% to 28% landed.
I mean, you look at some of these numbers, whether it's total punches landed, power punches landed, they are really only separated by a handful. This is as competitive a fight as you can get.
You know, this is the elite level. Madrimov he simply doesn't have the record that proves it, and he also doesn't have the popularity that would show that he's on the level of a Terence Crawford, but we see it right here in front of us.
That left just missed from Madrimov. That right hit. And he's become more aggressive, Sergio.
He's going to have to get more aggressive now that this is where size come into play. Madrimov is the natural 154-pounder. This is what you got to start implementing your physicality on Crawford.
Yeah.
But do it responsibly behind footwork and foot feints, which he is.
Well, that was the advice from Joel Diaz over these last couple of rounds. A very animated Joel Diaz in the corner. He wants to see him let his hands go and be the more assertive fighter at this stage of the fight. That's a good straight right hand that Madrimov's landing.
Even if Madrimov is hitting gloves, they're still doing some damage. You know, you still feel the rattle when you block those shots, and as a naturally
nice left there from Madrimov as Crawford was closing in.
Madrimov should just be content right now hitting those gloves. They're still going to do the job. They're still going to get points, and you're still going to be initiating the action.
Left from Madrimov. He's having his best round of the night.
Yes, he is.
We keep waiting for Crawford to completely figure out Madrimov, but maybe Madrimov is starting to figure Crawford out.
Ooh, I like those overhand looping shots by Madrimov, and not falling off balance either. And those are getting close to landing because of all those foot feints that he's been doing this entire fight. Now he's able to capitalize on them.
Nice jabs from Crawford.
Crawford has to stay responsible defensively. He puts his guard down, stays still, and the overhand right comes. It is going to land.
A slip on the logo there from Madrimov as he glanced down.
Been a counter shot.
Excellent observation, and that's why he can't find rhythm. Crawford can't find his rhythm because he's punching and dipping as Madrimov.
This fight's unique in the fact that usually once the fight progresses in the later rounds, Crawford has got you figured out and he starts to take over. That has not been the case here as we enter round 10.
Body shot right there from Crawford.
And that's because of the constant flow. You know, there's never the rhythm of Madrimov's upper body. It doesn't give you a stationary target. He's never in front of you long enough for you to get him. It's like a fluid
good uppercut from Terence.
He's like fluid and jittery, but strong enough to get your attention with shots like that.
Yeah, a little grin on the face of Terence Crawford. I think that's because Madrimov proved so slippery there. As Crawford came in, Madrimov did a nice job ducking out.
Right hand from Crawford as we pull up Chris Mannix's unofficial scorecard.
I've got an 86-85 in favor of Israil Madrimov. I think these last couple of rounds, he's really asserted himself, especially with that right hand. So 86-85 as we get closer to the championship round.
How's that sit with you, Sean? I know you had Crawford up big early.
Yeah, you know, I think his scorecard is cute. But also, man, it's very hard to score a lot of fights, especially when you're in the position that we're in. I'm looking at the punches landed. I feel like Crawford's controlling the fight, controlling the range, the distance, out punching, out landing. I got him winning by a lot. And I think that's what the scores will say should this fight end in 2 more rounds.
Man, I like the way Madrimov is fighting, man. I think it's a close fight. I can easily see Madrimov winning by 1 round or the opposite, but it's a close fight, Sean.
I can also tell you that Crawford has figured out Madrimov. If you watch when Crawford throws his punches, he takes 1 step and then he takes another step and then he punches. He knows Madrimov is going to slide out.
Sean, I think, I mean, obviously I'm not the expert, but to me, clear as day, Madrimov won the last 2 rounds, and you say Crawford's figured him out.
Sean?
I got nothing to say to that.
There's a right hand from Madrimov. Either way, it's probably a little too close for comfort for Crawford. You'd like to see him turn on the gas.
No, it's a close fight, man. It really is a close fight.
Crawford trying to make history here. A 4th division champion here at junior middleweight. Madrimov said, this is my division. He's coming into my territory, and he's not taking my gold.
Watch Crawford's feet. He takes 2 steps, and then he throws, and he lands. That right there.
Crawford lands a good body
shot. Yeah, he landed a good body shot, sir, but then he got countered with the straight right.
He got countered right with the straight right.
Now Crawford on the front foot. You know he's trying to set something up, but Madrimov not letting him get it off.
That's not enough.
right, we're in the championship rounds.
Both guys look really fresh at this point.
Good shot there by Madrimov, straight right hand. I'll tell you one thing, man, if Crawford seems a little antsy and feels like he needs to win these last 2 rounds big, that's gonna fall into the hands of Madrimov. Madrimov has good timing, the power's still there.
I agree, and good timing as well.
But this is usually when Bud shines, that he's in jeopardy of going the distance for the first time since 2016. 11 straight stoppage wins for the pound-for-pound star.
No, I'll tell you the adjustment I would have made for Crawford. Well, I would have switched him to orthodox. Wouldn't have put him right in line for that right hand that he has been getting caught with a lot this fight.
Excellent observation, man. You know what? I didn't think of that, Sean. Now that you're saying it, you make absolutely the right sense, because I think this southpaw style, these Uzbek fighters fight too many southpaws. They're accustomed to them so much.
Oh, yeah.
I think orthodox would have been better for the straight right hands of Bud Crawford.
Yep.
You think there's a reason he hasn't been switching much, Sergio, as a right hand lands from Madrimov?
He's naturally a left-handed. He's naturally left-handed. So I think that he wants to apply power and try to finish Madrimov, and I think that's why he stays southpaw.
I do think it is as simple as it has taken away the power jab of Madrimov to the body. Like, that is one of his best weapons, and it has been largely neutralized in this fight tonight.
Let's look at total punches landed between these two fighters. Madrimov, 67 landed, Crawford, 73. He's thrown many more, Madrimov more accurate.
I like the way Madrimov is always punching back. Anytime Crawford lands, Madrimov's coming right back. But a little sharper, but still, Madrimov is letting him know that he can't get away with more than one shot before coming back.
And I think Madrimov has deceptive speed, which is something that Crawford wasn't ready for. He's a little more laxed on his defense than he needs to be, and that's why he's gotten caught so much.
Rare wild shots from Madrimov there.
That's what he needs.
Ooh, good shot.
He overextended himself, and Crawford made him pay with 30 seconds to go here in the 11th.
It was a left uppercut, clean left uppercut. Bud stepped back, caught him coming in. Credit to Madrimov, man. That was a nice shot. Well-timed uppercut by Bud Crawford.
Good 1, 2, 3 from Crawford. He's having a great 11th round.
This is the first round I've seen Crawford take over and finally overwhelm Madrimov. Can he finally be breaking him down?
We enter the 12th round. Madrimov fans probably think he's right in it. Crawford fans think he's done enough to get the job done.
Joel Diaz in the corner of Madrimov said he's going to try to knock you out right now. If that's the case, they think they're ahead.
And boy, Crawford is letting his hands go.
I tell you, Crawford is fighting like a guy that, perhaps thinks he could be behind.
No. If anything, he may be aware of this, obviously aware of the streak, but I think more than anything, he knows that he needs to impress tonight if he wants the kind of future that is planned for him.
I think he's got to be ready. I got to be focused more on winning tonight, Sean. I've got him up right now, 105, 104, heading into this last round, but Madrimov is fighting an excellent fight.
Oh, he put everything into that left, including his left foot coming off the ground.
Good right hook by Madrimov on the inside right now. Bud took it well.
Stop. Nobody punch. Step back behind me. Box.
Good uppercut, 2 in a row. Madrimov's got to get busy. He can't lose this round.
And bottom line, this is what people want to see. People want to see offense. So Bud's finally giving everybody what they want. It's not because he's losing or thinks he's losing. He knows he's got to give this, and he's giving it.
He wants to be a crowd pleaser, and he wants to send a message to Canelo Alvarez that, hey, I'm still going to come for your super middleweight titles.
We've talked about Canelo a lot on this broadcast, but I wonder in the aftermath of a fight like this against the very good
right hand from Madrimov.
Madrimov is landing some big right hands, man. Bud better be careful. Look at him, there's another one, 3 in a row.
Now Madrimov trying to be the boss with 50 seconds left.
I said how mean Bud Crawford is. Guess who else is mean? Madrimov. Oh my God, this guy's not intimidated by the pound-for-pound stud in Bud Crawford.
He made this a great fight. No matter how this fight ends, this is a great fight. 10-0 versus 40-0, and it doesn't look like it in the ring. I tell you why Joel Diaz told Madrimov he was going to try to knock him out, because he knows Bud Crawford. He knows what Bud Crawford wants to do.
Ten seconds left. Well, now there's 10 seconds left.
Step away.
And that will do it.
We go to the scorecards. Fernando Villarreal scores at 116 to 112. Benoit Roussel scores at 115, 113. And Steve Weisfeld has it 115, 113. All three scores go to the winner by unanimous decision. From Omaha, Nebraska, USA, he is the new WBA Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Terence
Crawford. History is made as Crawford with the unanimous decision